My favorite Kanye quote of all time, it was like the fucking like the VMAs or whatever, like back in the day. It was like, oh, Kanye, did you see that the Backstreet Boys got kidnapped by Sasquatch? What the fuck? And he just
when did he say this?
And then, no, like they're coming up to Kanye like asking this, and he like you could tell he's like caught off guard. He doesn't know what to say. He's like hella uncomfortable. He goes, "Ah, wow, I did not know there's a real Sasquatch." I'm John.
I'm Alfonso.
And I'm Darren.
Welcome to the Scat Cast. We don't know either.
Hell yeah.
All right, I want to say, okay, I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want this to get racist, but
Jesus Christ, okay.
is there an
That was quick.
Is there an accent that like pisses you off?
Define piss me off, because like
Like, is there an accent that just kind of like annoys you when you hear it?
so like I'm not racist for hearing it, but like it triggers something in me, or
I mean,
like,
you hear the accent regardless of whether you're racist or not. That's kind of just like your ears working. But I mean, in general, like I know there's accents that make me happy to hear. Like when I hear an Australian accent, I feel so whimsical. Like it's like,
Dude, I bet his name is Joey.
no, like it gives me the same feeling of like in a cartoon when they smell a really good pie, they start floating and shit like that.
yeah.
That's the same feeling I get from hearing an Australian accent in person.
You should watch House MD.
God. But you see what I'm saying? Like, I don't know if there's an accent that pisses me off. I was watching a Jubilee video earlier and I was like guessing who was doing the fake accents or not. And like listening to it, I was like, half these accents are fake. Like I can tell these people are just fucking making shit up. Like one dude in particular, he had like an Indian accent. He kept like slipping into like a California accent like every 5 seconds. But I don't know if there's one that like upsets me. Because there's ones
I know
that make me have
scenarios with those accents that would upset me. I don't know if like the accent.
what do you mean?
Just not being able to understand them.
No, so if I'm on a plane and I hear like a crazy Arab accent, I'm a little freaked out.
That's
I
a
think it's
little
just racist.
What the fuck?
I'm fucking with you.
I preface this by saying I don't want this to get racist. You're just like, yeah.
If I'm on a phone call and I hear an Indian accent, I'm like, okay, we're probably gonna have a language barrier. This might be a while. So I don't
You're
know
both
if I'm
speaking English.
huh?
You're both speaking English.
It's an accent. It's really like
It's
on
not a
phone-
language barrier.
His name is probably Steve.
No, it's not. It's usually some fuck shit like RuPaul or something.
Isn't that the drag queen guy?
No, I mean yes, but no. I'm saying like, and this is not to be offensive toward anybody. This is like, all races are racist. We're gonna get down to like the logic of it before you start pointing fingers. I'm gonna say it like
Self-admitted
this.
racist over here.
Yeah.
But no, and there's not even like, I'm not saying like I hear an Arab dude like, this is your captain speak. I'm like, oh my god. But like, you know, like, I feel like there's certain scenarios where an accent isn't the most comforting thing. If I'm walking across the German like border and like,
And you hear a German accent?
no, and I hear no, I didn't get to finish. If I was walking across like the German border and I heard like, let's just say for the sake of it, an Austrian accent or somewhere
A
from
country
like,
that fucking borders Germany?
or Turkey, I'm gonna be a little on edge. Only
But
because
what the fuck does the Austrian accent?
because there's a lot of human trafficking in Austria and Turkey. And if I'm on the border of Germany, I could get ganked.
Or there's Austrian people. Like it's a country that borders Germany.
Why
It's
are they gonna traffic
It's
you?
a scenario. So like I'm saying, if I'm walking on the border.
You're not victim height, dude.
Huh?
You're not victim height.
Why are you walking around?
trafficked, Darren? I'm trafficked.
Why are you walking around Germany and your first thought is about getting trafficked?
It's not the first thought, but I'm
It
saying.
sounds like that was your first thought.
I'm saying if
you
the
said that's why
That
you're
is your first
uncomfortable.
thought. It's
No,
the
I'm just
first
saying
thing
if
you
the
said.
scenario fits the. I'm saying you asked me for hypotheticals. I'm saying within certain.
And you're saying
It was your
Hearing-
first thought, literally.
How am I getting attacked when he asked me the question?
You said I could think of a couple of hypotheticals. You offered
I
it.
gave some hypotheticals. Why are we getting mad?
And your hypothetical is if I heard an Austrian accent in Germany, I'm going to assume I'm getting human trafficked. That's what you said.
Border of the country.
There's a lot of Turkish people in Germany, by the way. They migrate
Germany
there.
borders like 7 countries, dude. What do you mean?
It's because Germany's really lax on immigration, so a lot of their Turkish refugees will go to Germany.
Now and apparently Germans are complaining about that now, but that's neither here nor there.
I mean,
But
the racist ones, yeah. Anyway.
yeah. But anywho's, I'm just saying, I was asked on the court to give scenarios to where I was
You
like,
gave this. You offered it up.
I gave 3. Exactly. I was asked and I gave 3 hypotheticals to a like disclaimer, just so we're all clear on the same page. This is all like not hyperbolic. Well, it's kind of hyperbolic, but like, you know, like you're saying if you went to a bathroom stall and you're taking a shit and some guy says like you need help or some shit, you're not like a little like
Those aren't the same fucking thing at all.
Let me let me explain. Let me extrapolate.
What does that have to do with the accent?
What if?
Are you saying you'd feel more comforted if he had a different accent when asking to help you out?
No,
like wiping
I'm
your
saying
ass?
the same way that like comment was like weird in that scenario. If I were the accent only doubles down on like the weirdness of the scenario.
What if they were a brown person and they had a Turkish accent? Is that weird?
Aren't
No.
Turkish people brown already to a degree?
They're tan. I mean, there are definitely light-skinned Turkish
So are
people,
you
but-
saying that there's a certain accent that if they offered to help you take a shit, you'd be more upset with?
No, not the accent. The shit thing
No,
and the accent.
I think he's saying that like getting a comment in the bathroom is weird. So hearing an accent outside of somebody somewhere that wouldn't have that accent is weird. But like, doesn't make
in the
fucking
scenario
sense
where
because
like
accents aren't tied to geographical locations.
no,
they're
I'm
tied
saying
to
the
people.
accent would be weird in those scenarios where like I'm walking alone on the German border and I hear like, oh, that's not German. And then if I'm
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Geographic location doesn't determine an accent.
like I'm on an
They're a
airplane.
fucking Turkish person.
and I'm hearing just like some heavy thick shit that I can't understand, I'm like, well, I'm on American Airlines and that's not an American voice, so let's just see what happens, you know. Or
Or
what's
you're traveling. You're not going to see like all American people. Oh my god.
They're probably boarding a fucking like
if
onboard
it's from
flight.
coming, the
Like,
captain's speaking to me, then obviously there's some shit going on. It could be, I don't know.
what's the shit that's going on? He's probably just
He's just telling you your like rendezvous, like your estimated arrival time.
What was the
You
third one?
ever flew before?
Just like once.
And you're saying if the captain started speaking and he had like a fucking like British accent, you'd be pissed.
Nah,
You'd assume that
No,
there
he,
was a fucking.
he specified an Arab accent.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you for specifying which race this is against. Thanks. Great.
There was a third one I brought up. It was
The human trafficking one.
no, it was the Indian thing, and I was like, that's more of just like
It's a stereotype.
I've said personally, I've had. It's been like mixed. It's been mixed on whether like I can understand what they're saying or not, and that's just me being like purely objective. That means to be like hateful. That's just me like yeah. I've had some troubles understanding. I've asked a motherfucker to repeat some shit like 3 or 4
Yeah,
times.
so have I, but I'm not pissed that they have an accent. I mean, I'm just pissed I can't understand them.
Yeah,
But-
that's what I'm saying. The piss comes from like that's
but like even
I
that,
thought
like
was
the
part of
accent
question.
isn't the only like factor in that situation because like the phone also fucks up what
Yeah,
they're
the
saying
phone
too.
does also
so.
fuck that shit up as well. But you know, I was asked.
Like if it's in person, I can understand what they're saying, but it's over the
Yeah.
phone, yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
But-
I mean, it's just everything's kind of muffled over the phone a little
Yeah.
bit.
I
I
was
don't know. I feel
asked
like
and I delivered. That's all I'm gonna say.
I feel like if I get a tech support line and the guy on the other end has like a very strong Indian accent, I know my shit's about to get fixed though. You know what I mean? Like every single time it's happened, I've never had bad.
Like,
I've never had bad luck from it.
I've had bad luck from that. I'm
haven't.
not, this is going so negative. I don't have any problems with anybody. I was asked a silly question. I gave 3 silly answers. But anyways,
You seem very like personally like I don't know, like
no,
indebted answers. Like
because I'm thinking about a couple of things. For one, like I'm not saying I'm going to run for president, but I do have to preface these things because you know someone's going to take this soundbite be like, you said this about Indians, brown people, and fucking niggas from Turkey. No, I don't feel that way about anyone from Turkey, actually. I'd rather, like, you know, get along with everybody. But, you know, if I'm asked a question, I'll answer the question.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of like surprised that we got something that's very cancelable and then an apology in like the same video. I'm very proud of you, Alfonso.
I'm a trendsetter. You have to talk shit and then back it up with reasonable evidence and rationality.
There was no evidence in anything you said. You just said this shit makes me uncomfortable. You just said
It
ew.
hypothetically makes me uncomfortable. Let's stop that word.
You just said ew foreigners.
Actually, I do actually do have. Like, it's not an accent, but it's like a dialect. Like gives me an ick. You know what I mean? It's like specifically when I'm working in the hospital and I'm like trying to like ask them something, and then they're talking like, yeah, man, you know, man, like, man, like super urban. I'm just like, bro, talk to me like a normal fucking person right now, so I can like leave as soon as I can.
They're doing too much.
Yeah,
they're
like,
doing too much. Yeah. I get you. It's
I'm trying to think like what accent this is.
urban. It's just like slang. Like what's up, Slat?
That's fine, but I mean like
No, like,
it's
but,
like
like-
a specific like cadence to it where it's like very slurry. You know what I mean?
Oh,
Yeah.
mumble.
Yeah, mumbling. Yeah.
Okay,
I'm
yeah,
just,
that's
yeah.
annoying as shit. I know what he's talking about. Yeah, man, you know, just fucking no words, just kind of Is it more gesturing?
Yeah, I like that. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, sir, what is your blood type? You know, I was fucking.
Yeah, just talk to me like that. Tell me. What are you doing?
Do y'all know your blood type?
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't know my blood type.
It
should
should
know
be on
that.
your fucking license.
It's not on my license.
It's only on your license if you know it,
Yeah.
Oh,
because you have to like choose to put it on there.
damn, it's been so long since I did that. Yeah, that's on my license.
I've never known my blood type. I don't know what it is ever. I've had blood work done. I've just never.
Like
Your
an
parents
AB.
know what it is?
No.
It's probably like an AB type nigga.
What?
AB. It's a blood type. Just put together.
Are you just like?
I'm guessing.
Are you trying to guess like this shit's like my astrological
horoscope? Yeah,
sign? Like what
this
the
is
fuck?
your blood horoscope. You're an AB nigga.
I think the most common for white people is AB.
Oh my god.
The most common worldwide is O positive. That's what I am. But
I don't know. I don't feel like it'd be AB.
This
I don't
nigga
know.
started feeling himself. He started feeling the blood in his body. I don't know.
I feel like it'd be different. I don't know.
What's the rarest one? I think it's
negative.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh, that's what he said. If you have a
never
shit
mind.
ton of accents that.
Most common in Caucasians is also
O positive.
O positive.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's just the most common period.
Oh, so yeah, so it was two. Either
You
one.
listed a bunch of accents that piss you off. Do you have any that like actually make you feel whimsical and joyful?
Cockney accents.
God,
They're funny.
They're so funny.
they are.
So I love like the orcs from 40K.
Yeah.
I was gonna say I also
He
feel
does it so
like
well.
Yeah.
like I feel happy around like New Zealand, Australian accents. Those are pretty cool.
That's what I'm saying. Anytime I hear like an Australian type accent,
Hawaiian accents are also pretty fire.
I actually have no idea what a Hawaiian accent sounds like at all. Please don't do a shitty
I'm
impersonation.
not. I'm gonna do a city. If
I don't think you
did-
can do it.
I would
Yeah.
disrespect the people of Hawaii, so I won't do it. But like, it's definitely like a bro type of feeling. But it's like a cool bro. It's like you feel.
It's definitely Americanized. But
Yeah.
Think about the
They,
same
they,
way how
they
like.
do have their own like unique cadence and stuff.
Okay,
Yeah,
think
yeah.
about how a person from Mexico comes here and they treat you like, "Hey, what's up, dude?" They're very friendly. It's like that, but Hawaiian.
What's that to do with the accent?
It's like the accent is like the semblance of brotherhood is in the accent. The same way when a Hispanic dude's like not trying, but like they're really friendly, so you get that semblance of brotherhood even though they don't know you. It's the same with like Hawaiian accents. Like there's a sense of brotherhood, but you know they don't know you, but they still give you like a familial
Okay.
feeling in that act when they talk to you.
Okay.
And that's what I get from like because Australians have like that bro vibe, just like, all right, well, take a look at that, and it's like,
Oh, that's not how I feel. When I hear like Australian accents, I feel like I'm seeing like a fantasy creature.
okay,
That's me with Cockney British people.
Yeah, I mean,
I think the Australian accent is sexy. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Yeah,
There's a like a flirtatious vibe to it. It's like, oh,
that is not at all what I get from Australian accents.
What do you think is a sexy accent?
don't say British.
Don't say British.
It's not British.
Okay, because everyone says British. That's like
Dude,
someone's first answer.
John accent, dude.
Awesome. Yeah. I don't know. I don't think I have any kind of accent that I'm like attracted to at all. I don't know. British is definitely not it. Australian. I've seen too much Australian shit where I kind of like assume that they're more like the rednecks of like that area, I guess, if that makes sense.
I mean, yeah.
They're kind of just like,
Well, you say that, but Southern is actually closer to traditional English than actual like urban, like what we're speaking right now.
Yeah.
It's like the accent.
All right, hot take. I'm gonna be so we're talking about accents that are attractive. I think African, Asian, and Hispanic accents are attractive. I think
There's not one Asian accent.
yeah, which Asian are you talking about? There's like 30.
Dude,
Well,
like
there's
a
a lot of
Vietnamese
African
accent
accent.
is like so much different than like a Chinese accent or an Indian accent. You know what I
So
mean?
what was the first one you said?
Vietnamese.
Vietnamese. Mm.
Vietnamese accent is really fucking funny.
It is. I can't lie.
Before you cancel me, I'm dating a Vietnamese girl, so I can say it.
Fuck. I'll just put a region. Is it regional accents kind of more consistent?
Yeah.
Like China and like
Like East
Korea
Asian.
kinda
Yeah, like
have-
East Asian.
okay. So like South.
Well, it's crazy because like I can hear somebody like speak English, right? And I can I can recognize a Korean person through their English like their accent speaking
Versus like a
English.
Vietnamese person speaking.
Well,
English?
definitely a Vietnamese, but like a Chinese person.
Oh,
Like
okay.
a Chinese person speaking English and then a Korean person. I don't know what it is. I can like definitely hear
Like,
like
how?
I
yeah,
tell who's Korean. You know what I mean?
Okay, yeah, I get you.
Because I've done that before. Like I guess there's a couple of students in my cohort who are Korean, and like before I've even asked them, I'm like, "Are you Korean?" They're like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Okay." I just know like the accent, I guess.
Okay, cool. Okay, so
I can't do that at all.
Southeast Asian, Eastern African, and just Central America Hispanic. Those are all cool accents that I fuck with.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. If I put into a region, I can kind of pinpoint it down a bit. Yeah.
I don't know. Anytime I hear like that British Australian, like that type of accent, I literally feel like I'm seeing like a fantasy creature.
Like
I
Lord of
feel
the
like I
Rings
just
or
spot,
some shit.
I feel like I just spotted like a unicorn or something. I don't know. Like it makes me feel the same like joy, I guess.
Which is what's Thor's real name? Chris
Hemsworth?
Chris, yeah, he's Australian, and
Yeah.
like he's popped with like a random Australian like flight ad before, and he was just like talking full Aussie, and I was like, yo,
Yeah.
good for him.
I don't know. Yeah. Other accents I don't feel that same type of way about. I'm just kind of like, oh, it's just like a normal
It's a
speaking
weird
voice.
like it's like how like Americans dirty English. It's like dirtier English, but not like dirty. But you know what I mean? Like
Did you say every other accent is just dirty
no,
English?
British English is
Oh, okay.
clean English. No, American English is dirty English. Australian English is like
Why is British clean English? I don't
it
even
was
think
like
it's
the original progenitor of like where we
That
both
shit
got
is
our-
not
But,
feel like
but like,
clean
what about
English.
Cockney English? That is dirty English.
Yeah, that's pretty. It's dingy.
Like that's dingy. That is dirtier than American English. Like a
Yeah.
Cockney accent.
Skill. I can't even.
Oi, mate.
At least we aren't being shot.
It's literally the fucking voice of orcs. I don't know. Like that's dirtier you can get.
Yeah.
that's pretty rough.
Is there anything else you can think of that like makes you feel like a whimsical amount of joy when you see it out in the wild like that?
Is it a person, place, or thing?
I mean, it could be anything. Like something that feels like you're seeing like something like fantastical. You know what I mean? Like this shit does not feel like it should be real. This feels like fiction.
Does it have to be on drugs or is it off drugs?
I'm assuming off drugs, but I mean,
Okay.
I guess if you wanted to say something on drugs, you could.
Don't do drugs, kids. But if you do drugs, I would suggest psychedelics mostly.
Okay, Alfonso.
Anyways, dude, going to a beach on psychedelics is pretty cool, and then like going to a park on psychedelics. If like being in nature,
I feel
When
like
you have,
anything on psychedelics would probably be pretty cool.
I mean, going to
He
a
started a bathroom wall on psychedelics. So I mean,
oh my god, I remember that. That was the funniest shit ever. Oh, that was so funny. But going to a park on psychedelics is definitely up there with like whimsical feelings. Cause like
But is there anything that like you see sober that makes you feel that way?
same thing. I like nature. Nature gives me a sense of wonder. I can't
So there's like walk around a park, you just go, oh, wow.
parts
wow,
of places
you and your
well,
trees."
bodies of water next to land. I'll say that gives you the best feeling. Bodies of water next to land.
like an ocean, a lake.
Yeah,
River.
as long as it's a body of water, pond, lake, river, stream.
Like you don't think it should be real. Like it's what?
Huh?
You said
Like, you like
whimsical.
the shit feels fantastical to you?
Yeah, I'll explain why. Because like, there's a lot of life in that small pocket. Because it's water that's maintaining the life, and it's the trees and the greenery, and just like looking at that and like thinking on like a micro scale to a macro scale. It's like all of this is being sustained, and it's really like not on some weird hippy dippy shit, but like sometimes it's like it's very humbling and like really mystifying to just think about like our part in this larger ecosystem of like the world we live in. And when you see just like this nexus of like water, land, you're just like, this is where life was born. Like everything needed for any type of complex life or simple life to exist.
Do you think about this whenever you see a bug outside?
Only when I'm not killing them. If it's like a ladybug,
See,
I'm
I
like,
was just thinking like when I'm driving down the road and I see people driving those doohickeys and shit, I'm like, wow, that's awesome.
like the jalopies, those Ooga vehicles.
No, I'll say like those fucking like those 3-wheeled cars and shit.
Oh,
you know,
slingshots.
I don't know what the fuck they're
Those are
called.
considered motorcycles.
Just like random
Really?
shit like that. Just like anything that's like not or like I've seen someone ride like a unicycle before and shit like that.
That seems
so
pretty
have I.
hype.
That doesn't feel like real when I see it. You know what I mean? Like that shit feels like I'm watching a movie.
Oh,
I'm
like
wow.
one of those big ones, or like
I see unicycles all the time on campus.
when people
What?
ride like the.
Yeah.
What kind of hipsters do you have at KSU that just?
It's a fucking college campus. Of course there's hipsters.
Bruh, I'm not gonna do a bike 2 wheels. That's like
How
fucking,
the fuck is a unicycle a hipster thing? It's
Nigga,
not a clown college. Like, what do you mean?
It's a hipster thing.
How is it a hipster thing?
It's not a hipster. I mean, it is like it's like a millennial. It's like the millennial.
It's trying to be
stereotype,
different
know
when
what
you
I mean?
could just ride a
What?
bike like
It's
everyone
like all these
fucking
millennials
else.
and their fucking man buns and their frappes
And their
phones
unicycles?
And their fucking
and their
and their fucking
yeah, like,
man
it's like a
purses.
hoverboard. It's
Yeah.
It's not like a
It's
hoverboard.
a hipster thing. It's supposed to be like trendy and niche and like you're
Okay, are you
different
thinking
and
about like a
standing out.
literal like circus music unicycle?
Just
like
like
the
a
big ass
unicycle.
ones or like the regular
Like the
ones?
electric unicycle. I'm talking about the electric unicycles that like
I've never seen an electric unicycle in my life.
Really?
No.
you're thinking about the ones with like the pedals on it, right?
Yeah.
Okay. We're not thinking of the same.
Yeah, when you said that, that's all I could think about. I just imagine motherfuckers on campus like riding around on that shit. I've dead ass see people
That's
ride
what
that
I
shit
thought
before.
when somebody told me there are people who ride unicycles. Like it was for the first time. I was like, what the fuck? But then, Okay.
Is there a motorized unicycle? It's like a
that's what it is.
like it sounds like a motorcycle when you drive it.
Oh, this shit.
What the fuck is
That's
that?
an electric unit. I've
This
seen
thing.
these too.
What the fuck is that?
It's a unicycle.
Yeah, my mom's
It's a thing
boyfriend
with
has
one
of
wheel.
those, Yeah.
Yeah, these.
Yeah, I've seen
What
those.
the fuck is that? I've never
that's what
seen
I'm
that.
saying. It's like a
Tron
hoverboard,
for
but-
one.
Yeah, it's like a hoverboard, but one wheel.
That shit looks stupid as fuck.
Well, they
This is
also
what it looks like when someone's on it. Shit.
What the fuck is that?
That's a hipster.
That's not a hipster. It's a dude in a fucking baseball hat and
It looks
sunglasses.
like Logan Paul.
Oh, that was Josh.
Well, I don't know. Y'all got any uncanny shit?
Uncanny
Or-
shit
not uncanny shit, but like, I don't know. What stuff makes you happy besides unicycles?
in Australian accents.
Australian accents.
I don't know. I like Australian accents, especially. Like whenever I hear that shit, I just like.
Start cheesing and shit.
I have to like really try hard not to like laugh in their face when I hear it. I don't know.
Old couples yelling at each other.
Like good yelling or bad yelling?
Like it's bad, but it's normal for them. You know what I mean?
Like they've been doing this shit for years.
Exactly.
This
yeah.
is a part of
it's
their
like
daily
they're
routine.
content, but it's like they're not mad at each other, but like this is just, I don't know. It
They just-
sounds rude, but it's like normal for them.
Yeah, they
You
just
know what
talk
I mean?
their
It's
shit
funny.
out.
It's
Yeah.
funny to me.
Yeah.
I like when they like shit talk each other, but they're not yelling. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, exactly. It's like
yeah.
like it's like a normal occurrence. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do like that.
Like neither of them take
Banter.
it personally. It's just yeah,
Banter.
exactly.
Yeah, I get you.
I don't know.
Well, like clearly, like one's upset, but it's just like the other is like, oh, this is how we talk.
I got another good one. Cowboy hats. Anytime I see a cowboy hat, I'm like, yo, you're not real.
God, you're white. Holy shit.
That's what goes through my head.
Yeah.
I'm like, yo, do I need to leave or can I stay?
I don't think they're like the racist kind of
No.
white. They're like the what do you call it?
Dixie Girls or whatever.
Well, Dixie girls are like the
Oh yeah, I
Yeah.
forgot.
I don't know, like suburban white people is what I think when I see like cowboy. It's
Like
like, people.
Taylor Swift
It's like they
fans.
want to be country, but they're clearly
Taylor
from the
Swift
suburbs.
fans.
Yeah, exactly. Taylor Swift fans.
I don't know. I want to rock a cowboy hat at some point. I don't know.
It better be a
I mean, I think you'd pull it off.
Yeah. I don't
You're a
know.
white guy, so I mean, it'll look natural.
Like I want to find
Cowboy
some
hats are
kinda-
cool. I could just never wear one. I don't think I'd pull it off.
I want to get some kind of like whimsical ass hat. I don't know. Like I want to like start incorporating
Get a
like
propeller hat.
yeah. I want to start incorporating like a propeller hat.
You get like
like-
those fucking JD Vance memes.
I want to get like one of those.
This one who has a propeller hat?
Oh yeah, you never seen that?
Dude, you ever seen the JD Vance memes?
I've just seen
Like the
ones
fucking
Josh
hyper edited just photos of JD Vance.
Yeah. I want to wear like a top hat in my daily routine and shit too.
God, that's like the dream when you're older. You know?
I know.
Like that's how you tell people you have disposable income.
Because my hat can fit two other hats inside it.
Like this shit. People photoshopping JD Vance. It's like
Man, baby. Oh my god.
there's so many.
Yeah,
of these.
we
It's like
talked
it's
about
like-
that last
It's
week
like a
and
whole
everything, too.
thing.
I didn't know it was a trend.
It's-
Yeah,
I just
I
noticed
told
that.
you. Like I see those so many times. I have to like do a double take when I see a real picture of him to see if it's real or edited.
He wasn't that fat, right?
The internet.
Because that's a lot of them. Is they'll make them like just like slightly fatter, and like I can't tell. I have to like look at it to see if they're fucking with me or not.
Oh, that's the kid.
Yeah, somebody was
Get
like,
roar.
he does look like him. Somebody was like, I think we're all giving JD Vance body dysmorphia by posting these.
Yeah,
Just a wee bit.
Todd.
How about you, Darren? What makes you happy? What things do you see that bring you a sense of wholeness and whimsy?
Touring a plantation home. Like, you know how they're like turned into museums? And like they're just super like, what do you call it? Regal, I guess. Not regal. Like, it's like colonial, right? But it's like fancy colonial. I don't know. Like really well maintained. And then you walk through it and you're just like, damn, people used to just live like that. Like, you know, that is whimsical. You know what I mean?
They didn't just live like that. It took a lot of manpower to keep those maintained.
I'm aware. But like,
They didn't just live like
you guys
that.
ever tour a plantation home?
Yeah.
I don't know if I have, but I've definitely seen a few.
I mean, I've seen like museums of this stuff and everything where they have like
Yeah,
recreations of it.
if we were in Europe, I would have said like touring a palace or something. You know what I mean?
That would have been cool, like a
But
castle.
we
or
don't
some
have
shit.
those here. Instead, we have plantation homes. So I mean,
He
like,
said the next best thing.
that's what we have here. We don't have castles and shit. Or like,
You say like a mansion or something. Like
I mean, they are like, but like specifically, they're plantation homes. They're on a plantation. Like, and the plantations themselves have also been turned into an attraction. Like, I went to one in Tennessee last year, and it was turned into like a garden. Like the entire fucking like what used to be a plantation surrounding
Yeah.
the home was repurposed into like a public garden you could just go to.
Yeah.
And just walk. Like, there's so many different exotic plant like that. They built a whole fucking like what do you call it? Like weeaboo Japanese shit in like these old plantation home backyard.
Like a Zen garden type.
Yes,
shit?
it was a Zen garden. They had like a temple there. They had like the like the sand you use the rave. They had that.
Sand
they had a bunch of like exotic Asian plants. And I went with my girlfriend and we were walking through. I was like, damn, they like, dude, I'm like in Naruto right now. This is crazy. Like, and then you take the next step and you're in like a flower, like a field of like yellow daisies,
Oh,
that's cool.
And then you walk somewhere else and there's like a giant hedge statue of like a fucking elephant. It's like, I don't know, it's bizarre. That's whimsical, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then you go to the plantation home, that's what I'm saying. And it's like regal, it's like eloquent, it's like really well maintained. You're like, damn, like people lived in this and now we have like fucking 1-story apartments, you know what I mean? Like, you know?
I mean, I don't think it was the majority of people.
No,
that
the
lived
majority
like
of people
that.
did not live in a plantation home. But I'm saying like, I don't know, it's just...
Not gonna lie, you had me in the first half, but you brought it back.
No, it's different. Yeah.
Because that setup specifically sounds a little bit whimsical, but just the plantation home aspect itself, I would not say is the whimsical part. It's like the stuff in the garden,
that's
like
just
the
what it
Japanese.
is.
Like that stuff was cool. I'm fucking with that part.
That's just what it is. It's a plantation home. I'm gonna call it what it is. I'm not gonna,
Oh yeah, my other one is
probably
monkeys.
going back there in its heyday wouldn't be so nice, but
My other one is monkeys.
All monkeys.
I like monkeys too.
I've never seen a monkey in person, but
Never been to the zoo?
I've never seen a monkey in a zoo.
Really?
Nope.
Huh.
So because of that, and we talked about this when we were in Florida the other day, but they have monkeys in Florida, right?
Yeah.
And on the way back, I wanted
Just like
to stop.
in the wild?
Yes.
Where?
Like a sanctuary reserve.
Yeah,
area.
there's a
it's
sanctuary.
Okay, never mind.
Yeah.
Well, it's not a sanctuary. It's like a state park.
Yeah.
Basically,
Where? Wait, which state park?
I forget what it's called.
Because I'm going there tomorrow. I kind of want to.
You're gonna
I forget what it's
Yeah.
called, but basically they filmed a movie there, like back in the 70s.
Is that where the lady got her face ripped off?
No.
Oh.
Dog, what?
I only know one monkey-related incident in the 70s. A lady got her face ripped off. That's why they don't film with animals anymore. It was a chimpanzee, but the point still
They do
stands.
film with animals.
Like monkeys, chimpanzees in particular.
They do all the time.
With monkeys?
Did you not see it?
There's a monkey in
Or not it, fucking, Nope. Sorry. It's a Nope.
They talked about the reason why they didn't do that.
That was a real monkey they used.
That was a real monkey?
They got points it was CG just to get it to do like the fucking bizarre things, but like
Yeah.
actually attack somebody. But I think for like the still shots and actual just like
Yeah.
shot, like it was
You
just
can
like,
film with a monkey. Have you ever
Yeah.
seen, like, Night at the Museum or something?
No,
Yeah,
I,
the monkey.
I have
Yeah.
not, actually.
There's a shit ton of monkeys in movies, like, all the time.
Maybe I'm just thinking of chimpanzees. Anyways, yes, monkeys. And
Even
then
though there's a chimpanzee in fucking Nope. Anyways. But for me, like, I really like monkeys. Like, I like seeing, like, monkey videos and stuff like
I
that.
have a whole online like playlist on YouTube and Instagram, just monkey gifs and videos and stuff.
If I saw one in person, I would cry. I can tell you right now, I would dead ass cry.
Oh, stinky.
Yes. But for that one state park, I forget what it's called. But basically they filmed a movie there in the 70s and they needed like a shit ton of monkeys for some reason, for like one scene. Oh, it was Tarzan. They made a live action Tarzan in like the 1970s. They needed a shit ton of monkeys for it. And they brought a bunch of them there and then they just didn't do anything with them. They just left them in the wild.
Illegal.
It probably was.
Yeah, I mean, that's how a lot of these
But
animals
Florida's really strict about that because they have
in the 70s?
yes.
Well,
They've always been because like
the monkeys are there still. So
Because
I don't
Florida
know.
is like the fucking Australia of the states, where like
Everglades, there's a wildlife, like,
Yeah.
indigenous life that lives there.
well, yeah, because a lot of it's invasive species, like fucking pythons.
Yeah.
Yeah, pythons.
Well, and apparently they've been sighted like miles away from the state park, like 60, 70 miles away from the state park, like all the way like the
Yeah.
northern parts of Florida
Pretty
and
sure
everything.
Florida's really strict about that.
I did
It's
not know
weird.
that.
I don't know, but apparently they have like super AIDS
Yeah, I
too.
was saying, he was leaving out the best part. These monkeys have super AIDS.
Well,
They
don't fuck them and you're fine.
No, like if you touch them, there's a 70% chance just from touching them you will get a form of HIV and die.
That's not real.
That's what it said.
It's not real.
It's what it said. Look it up. I don't know what to tell you.
That's how
Super
AIDS
AIDS.
transmits.
It's
It's a bloodborne pathogen.
It's a type of.
it's monkey AIDS.
It was a type of HIV.
It's monkey AIDS.
I
bro.
don't know. It said it goes to your brain and kills you.
That's not what HIV even does.
I don't know.
The fuck it's probably a different disease. It's not HIV. I don't doubt they carry diseases, but
It said there's like a 70% chance if it touches you, you will die with no cure.
is it herpes?
It might have been herpes.
It was herpes. You did say
Yeah,
herpes.
it might have been herpes.
It was herpes.
Yeah.
It was
Okay, that
herpes.
makes more
It was
sense.
herpes. Super
Are
herpes.
they macaques?
I don't know.
No.
I don't remember what type they were.
It was monkeys with super herpes. Yeah.
Yeah, herpes B. Okay.
That's right. Yeah, herpes B.
Okay, there's no fucking way it was AIDS. Like, okay, herpes makes more sense because you could actually transmit that through touch. But
Does it go to your brain?
yeah, I mean, herpes is like a very vague.
It can pop up anywhere in your body.
It's like saying someone has a staph infection. It's like, okay,
Yeah.
cool. Where?
Yeah,
On
no,
your
it's-
skin? Like,
Yeah. No, I think that was it was like it goes to your brain, swells it up, and then you die or
chickenpox
some
is
shit.
a form of herpes.
Yeah.
I didn't know that
So
actually.
shingles and the herpes on your
Cold
that kind
sore?
of herpes.
Yeah.
Cold sores. Those are herpes.
Have you ever had chickenpox?
Nope.
No, our generation wiped it out for the most part because we were the first one to get vaccinated.
Fully, yeah. So we never had to do those chickenpox parties where like everyone
Yeah.
just sits around and gets it together.
Yeah, we were legitimately like the first generation that was chickenpox free.
Oh,
Good for us. Get your vaccines, people.
that's why we're the best generation, specifically
that.
because of chickenpox.
I
I don't know about that.
What's wrong with our generation?
We haven't proved ourselves yet. We haven't like done anything crazy.
I mean, what did millennials do? What are we're supposed to like prove ourselves with?
I mean, people don't think millennials are the best generation. Not even millennials. so-
Yeah, I was like, yeah.
Millennials don't even like millennials.
Yeah, they're kind of like C- right now when it comes to like success. Like, if we're calling out like best generations, probably our parents' generation, like the last good one, because they got everything
I
settled.
think it's the generation that fought in World War II and survived the Great Depression.
Like, I'm thinking of just like,
I think they're the pinnacle. Like, yeah. I mean, they grew up in shit. Like, they had to fight like the bloodiest war in history, and they came out of it and like kicked off
And then
like
went back to
a huge
Vietnam.
economic boom. That was their kids. Those
Oh,
are
those
baby
are
boomers.
kids? Oh, yeah, kids
Boomers went to Nam.
What they didn't fight in World War II?
they're still part of that generation, so they get grandfathered in. They had the greatest depression.
Wait, what was your question?
What if they didn't fight?
Oh no, I was saying in general. Like, what's wrong with our generation? What do we do wrong?
We didn't do anything wrong. We just haven't done anything great.
I hate dealing with people our age in a professional setting.
There.
So,
In what way?
lazy, not professional, not as helpful as older
Impatient.
people. Impatient, yeah.
Want you to like explain everything for them and like step for me
Like working with them and working for them.
Yeah,
you know?
like the No Child Left Behind policy has affected our generation in a way that like we won't work shit out on our own, and like we're too scared to like try to fail. I feel like a lot of our people are just too scared to fail, but failure is a part of success. You know what I mean? Like they'll just rather wait and let you tell them everything, or do it for them, or basically give them all the steps instead of just being like, all right, I need you to get this to point B, and then you just kind of figure it out. And I feel like that's why most of my bosses like me, because I'm able to just get to point B. And
I don't know,
not
it's
really
like
ask
the
you.
same reason I hate boomers. I can apply it to our generation as well. You know what I mean?
Do boomers have that same problem?
Impatient, annoying to work with. Yeah,
Oh,
basically what I said.
okay.
No, that's fair. I can see that.
Yeah, but they earned it. They earned it.
Boomers
By doing what?
No, they didn't.
They fought in Nam.
Some did.
They have PTSD. That's why they're so impatient. Their life.
Some
That
have
is-
PTSD.
Some of them are spoiled, but
that's-
because they grew up in a super well, like economic climate. But anyway,
Anything can cause PTSD. There's people in our generation with PTSD.
They're faking.
They're faking.
They're faking.
put them in a war zone. That'll make them man up.
Yeah, they'll see who's
Send them
really.
to the Gaza Strip right now.
Oh my god! Let's see who's really post-traumatically stressed.
Facebook, yeah, boomers.
Those two.
But it's the same thing with our generation and TikTok. You know what I mean?
Ooh yeah.
Yeah, like
It's crazy that Facebook used to be like the big thing, like everyone was using.
yeah.
It was the first. It was one besides MySpace. It was like the big.
I mean, it
one
is
that blew up.
still
big. It's one of the biggest.
yeah, but just different age group.
yeah,
Yeah.
different age population. Yeah.
It's like an entirely different world. I don't know.
Yeah. Your
I never think
grandmas,
about
your
that.
aunts, your uncles are all just liking photos and talking about weddings and kids and shit.
Yeah. And I'm just seeing a feed with like,
Your grandma liked this image of like a pig reading a book, but it's really a guy voicing over the pig. And she's like, how did he do that?
I mean, I just think we're just like
Yeah.
chill, normal-minded people who don't get super self-obsessed with like shit online. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But then you have people our age or people in like the Facebook area where like they basically make that shit like their whole personality.
Yeah.
Where they follow like Facebook groups or like these like people on like Instagram get super into like the whole I don't know, like there's so much political activism on Instagram.
Yeah.
And it's really easy to spread
Yeah.
misinformation on
Yeah,
there too.
yeah,
you know what I mean?
yeah,
It's like the
yeah,
same shit with like people on Facebook
I just
spreading
think there's
shit
way
about
too
like
many
anti-vax
activists.
and all that.
I
you
feel
know
like
what
our generation, the generation of like we're the generation
Everybody's
of
an-
rebels without
everybody's
a
an
cause.
activist.
Yeah,
Yeah.
rebels without a cause. Because in the '60s when they were protesting like civil rights in Vietnam, they had a reason to.
And people have a reason to protest today too.
But like,
But
is everyone an activist though? No. there's
Well, I
just
mean,
a lot
like
of
some people are just like
I
stupid.
don't think
with
there's
it.
anything inherently wrong with that though.
No, I'm just saying like it's an oversaturation and not enough like.
Like
Because I'd
just,
rather people vocalize their opinions.
No, I'm not against
You know what I
that.
mean?
'Cause
no,
that was
I'm
back to,
for,
like,
they're just like
they're telling you that they're right and you're wrong for having a difference of opinion. And they're like dying on a hill. Like, oh, we can't talk to you, we can't fuck with you because you believe this, and they won't have a dialogue with you or try to understand. Because I think you said something about like the whole like understanding is more important than like necessarily being right or wrong. It's like you can't say you get someone unless you understand them. Like you can't have like a good faith argument with somebody unless
like
you can understand
everything
where they're
also
coming
has
from.
to be a political statement too.
Yeah, that
like,
too.
You know, like that's annoying.
Yeah. I don't know why politics have bled in. Because, like, I'm fine with politics. I think we're all fine with politics. But it's like, it's when it bleeds into, like,
Again,
your
even if
social
I fucking
interactions.
agree with these people, it's like, you didn't have to make that about that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
A lot of the times it's just like a really big leap that people make with stuff like that.
Yes. But they also...
It's like I don't even know how you got that from what was just said in
But
that
that was
sentence.
my point. It's like a rebel without a cause because they use, like, these politics and, like, their, like, activism as, like, their identities instead of being a person. In certain cases, not
And it's
all
just
of
like
them.
boomers. You know what I mean? Like it's the same shit.
Yeah.
But
It's like, be a real person and then talk about your shit on the side. But you don't need all that up front.
I mean, like I said, I can understand why people have stuff that's like important to them that they want to talk about or whatever.
If you care about...
And that's the main thing is like back in the day before the internet, if you wanted to vocalize stuff like that,
You just talk to your neighbor, talk shit.
you know,
Well,
you had to organize like huge
yeah,
movements to make a
there's no
point.
way to spread.
But now you just have the internet, so you can just shout into the void. And people
yeah,
will see it.
exactly.
Okay, I see what you're
So I mean, I think that's probably better in the long run because more people can spread that information. You don't have to wait on a fucking protest to sign up outside of like a building that you'd happen to drive past in order to like get aware of something.
Yeah,
you know what I
instead
mean?
of doing that, we'll post black squares.
Exactly. Perfect.
That was the first thing I was thinking when you said like the
Yeah.
social media. I was like, God, fucking black squares, dude. I'm stopping racism by posting a black square.
I'm gonna post a black square to prove that I'm not a racist.
Yeah.
Give her $10 million in student loan grants. W. Sarah. W. Samantha.
There's something else I was gonna say. Fuck.
Guys, I don't know if you know this or not, but racism is actually a little bit of an issue in our country.
I don't even think it's the biggest
I
issue.
was gonna say hot
but-
take. I don't think it's the biggest issue in
Yeah.
America. There's way more countries more racist than we
I
have.
mean, I was gonna say I don't think it's the biggest
Yeah, we
issue.
have way too many different niggas here for us to be the most racist country. I would say like a Middle Eastern country be the most, or African country be the most racist, or maybe an Asian country. Really, anyone but here.
I think it's.
Well,
a
I'm just saying,
country.
regardless,
But-
like with the black square thing, it's like obviously there's some kind of a race problem right now. It's not really raising awareness to anyone that there is a race problem. No one saw that black square and was like, damn, maybe. You know what I mean?
Dude, this is my 10th black square today. What does it mean? What?
We have to do something about this.
You say like I don't. I think pretty much everyone that saw that, I think the majority of
Collectively
people.
rolled their eyes and was like, "Okay, buddy."
Well, I mean, like I feel like the majority of people know that there's like stuff that could always be better and
of
improved.
course.
So like I don't think it's changing anyone's mind on that front. You know what I mean?
No, not at all.
Oh, that's what it was. There was that incident a couple. No, it wasn't a couple months ago. There was the Emory shit that happened a couple months ago. It was
Happened
the
to Emory.
that what?
I'm out of the loop.
He said what happened to Emory.
Oh yeah, I was about to say it. But, anyway, basically, I think it's like the dean of one of the colleges was Jewish, and he was like very supportive of Israel. So then people at Emory freaked out and like fucking.
Did he get
They
fired?
set up encampments on the campus, just like how you see in Columbia, like Columbia University,
Yeah,
in
yeah.
DC. And then obviously they called in like Georgia National Guard or State Guard. What do you call it? Is it State Guard?
Yeah.
Yeah, they called them in. There's tear gas. Like Justin, previous guest on the show, they got like tear gas in his face on the way to class. No. Someone in his class was late to class because they got tear gassed on accident. Like secondhand tear gas.
Oh my god.
But
How are you gonna get tear gas and still show up to class? That's crazy.
I went home.
what a
I
trooper.
would totally went home.
Fuck this.
But yeah, I was talking to it with one of my coworkers who is an Emory alumni, and he was like, "Yeah, everybody at Emory is an activist. Like you can't avoid activism at Emory. It's like he said it was like really fucking annoying because one time to protest gun violence, somebody brought like an actual airsoft gun or something.
What?
Big brain.
Like it was like it was some prop they brought, but it was obviously
Yeah, it looks
resembling
like
a real gun.
Yeah.
So then the campus had to go on fucking lockdown because I thought there was like a shooter. And then he was just like, "Oh no, it was just a protest." Like,
That's
what
the
fuck?
stupidest shit I've ever heard in
Yeah,
my life.
like-
What the
I
fuck?
hate bombs. I brought a nuke to this fucking school building. What the fuck? fuck is wrong with people?
Like, I mean, it wasn't a real gun, but I mean, that's
How's that even a
definitely not the
protest?
smartest thing to do.
How's that even a protest? This is a prank. Like, what the fuck?
yeah, that's close. Yeah, that's close to a prank.
Well, no, he had like serious intentions behind it, where he was gonna like protest gun violence with a real fucking gun. But
He brought a fake gun, but had serious.
He's not saying
well,
intentions.
bringing
to
a
shoot up the
real gun is an
school.
actual crime. Is probably what he thought. So, or he probably just didn't own a real gun if he's protesting gun violence. But
Yeah, you never know.
Pretty sure coming to school with a fake gun is still a crime.
that's what I'm
Regardless.
saying. It is. He
yeah.
just probably didn't know that. He's a fucking dumbass. But
Yeah. It's just not even a protest at that point. I don't know. Like, what
We
would
go to a school.
he really brought
not
it as a
shooting
prop
range.
for the protest, and then people saw him with the rifle and were like, "Whoa!"
Why'd you bring the?
Hey guys, watch this.
This is bad. What I'm doing is bad. Do not
Are
be
you
like
threatened
me.
by this? And he holds up, and then everybody starts running.
Yeah, what the fuck was he thinking? That's like me bringing alcohol, like just an empty alcohol bottle to Alcoholics Anonymous. Oh, guys, it's just a prop. Like I'm against alcohol. I'm against fucking addiction.
How do you feel when I show you this? Ooh, Johnny Walker. What the fuck?
1942. Ooh. Is that Everclear? Like the fuck am I doing?
Imagine being so fucking down bad because you haven't drank in so long that a bottle of Everclear is what breaks you. God.
I've seen people, and this is not like I've watched them, but I've seen people like fucking drink. What's the thing right under distilled alcohol? Like right under like rubbing alcohol. It's like the step between like rubbing alcohol and
Ethanol?
regular.
Might as well be Everclear.
Ethanol, yes.
like fucking
Gasoline?
yeah,
Yes.
that literally fries brain cells. Like just smelling it kills brain cells.
Yeah.
They needed to fix. I think it was like a type of moonshine with
I
ethanol
read
in it.
like some like what the fuck was the YouTube channel? It was like I think he was a doctor and he was just like explaining like really weird medical scenario. Like there was one where he was like, this kid ate 1,000 Flintstones multivitamin gummies and this is what happened to his kidneys, like kind of thing. Like he made that a video. Like, that's like the one people are most familiar with. He did one of a kid who thought he was like he was like playing Transformers, you know what I mean? Like he was pretending he was Optimus Prime or some shit.
Was he transforming?
Yeah, so he chugged gasoline because that's what they did. Because what they did in the show.
Oh
I think it was
God.
Transformers Animated. He watched because I watched Transformers Animated, and they actually like drink gasoline as like beverages in the show.
Yeah.
How
How much did he drink?
Enough to put him in a vegetative state.
Oh my
which probably
God.
isn't a lot, honestly.
Yeah.
Probably
So-
a cupful.
Yeah.
Was he okay? Or did...
No, I think he died. Obviously.
Jesus
Like,
Christ.
I can't think of that. You know that fucking
Brain cells don't just grow back.
You know that meme of like the Mexican guy looking at that truck that looks like he's like Optimus
Optimus
Prime.
Prime! I was gonna say that earlier. I was like, the things that make you feel like whimsical. I was like, dude, people who drive trucks painted like Optimus Prime.
That does make me feel whimsical. I'm
That's
not
fucking
just like
awesome.
those flat fronted trucks.
Yeah.
Like the actual G1 Optimus Prime truck. I'm like, dude,
Do you ever
like
see
orange or
ones-
something? And I'm like, dude, it's Optimus.
Do you ever see ones where they actually like paint their car to specifically to look like one in a cartoon or something?
Yeah.
I've seen like the actual Mystery Machine drive around before.
I've
I've seen Tomater.
No, you know Bumblebee from the Bayverse movies?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So a lot of people after that movie came out had like the dream car of like a Camaro.
Yeah.
And then like I'll go around on campus and I'll see people who have like a yellow Dodge with the two
The black stripes
strap
on
stripes.
it. Yeah.
Or like an actual yellow Camaro with the black stripes.
Those are nice.
That's so
Like
fire.
something that looks sports car-esque yellow with black stripes. It's
Yeah.
pretty common. Not common,
I've
but
seen
like,
a lot.
you'll
yeah.
see it. You know what I mean?
During
Yeah,
like the Transformers Bayverse hate it. I did see a lot more when I was younger.
But I'm saying like people who watch those movies growing up are now buying cars and
Yeah.
like, doing shit like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely.
Did y'all watch the live action Ben 10 movies when we were
Yes.
younger?
No,
Both of
I
them.
did. I've seen clips like cause I was a channel surfer. I would just switch between the big three every day, and I would just see what was interesting. So I've seen bits and pieces, but I've never actually.
I have the
watched
first one on DVD.
On October 10th, 2010, they had like the first one come out and they did like a giveaway for Kevin Levin's car. Like to actually go out. I tried so hard
is
to
that,
get my
is that
parents
for
to
the
win that
Alien
shit.
Force one?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah. It's
sick.
like
it's a Camaro, right?
Yeah, it was
It's
actually
green?
it was this fucking green
Yeah.
fucking Camaro with the black stripes going on it and shit like
Shit's
that.
so sick.
I really fucking wanted my parents to win that car. I was so fucking on that shit. That came out on 10/10/10. That was fire. That is a fucking fire time to have a Ben 10 giveaway and shit like that.
No, it was pretty sick.
That's like fucking top tier marketing right there.
Yeah, no, that's cool.
I hate how little they use Ben 10.
As a franchise, yeah.
Yeah, it pisses me off like how little
He was
they
just like
actually
an
use Ben 10.
S tier hero. They did some of them.
If I'm surprised they haven't found a way to like just incorporate him into DC.
Is that like the sister comic branch he's under?
Have you seen the?
Well, he's not under a comic branch at all. He doesn't have like comics.
It's just TV shows. But have you seen the Generator Rex Ben 10 crossover?
Yeah.
He looks sick in that. Like the
so-
really like mature art style. You know what I mean?
I'm
Like,
not a big fan of Generator Rex art style. I don't know why.
but I thought Ben 10 looked cool
He did.
in that crossover.
I'm not a big fan of like the alien designs in it or something. You know,
They
originally
just looked like the Alien Force ones for the most part.
originally
Like, it was really just Ben that looked different.
originally they're supposed to have like a shared universe thing with all of their
And the Secret Saturdays and all them motherfuckers.
yeah, but they didn't end up doing it. But they're supposed to like have like their own like Justice League type cartoon where they all like came together like permanently
Oh, that would've been so
as the main characters and
If
stuff.
they had like a Russo brother, James Gunn, at the time at Cartoon.
If it was made
Network,
today, they would definitely do that.
They definitely would have. Yeah.
It was also going to be Symbionic Titan, I think, is like the other one with it too.
Interesting.
I don't know, like with Ben 10, like there's so much you could do with it. There's like unlimited
Yeah,
potential.
it's an infinite universe of aliens.
You just like design whatever the fuck you want and it works. Like,
yeah, and be like, huh, well, now
why
we
is there
have-
not a Ben 10 movie yet? Like an actual like theatrical like movie.
Probably because you said most of the stuff probably comes from toy sales. They probably didn't think the IP itself
But
would
Ben
sell
10 made a
enough.
shit ton of toy sales.
This is probably just through toy sales.
You can say Ben 10's like one of the highest grossing things ever.
Yeah,
It was in that top 100, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. It should have been.
So much merchandise that I bought.
It's more than anything else the Cartoon Network has ever made, for
Yeah.
sure.
I just wonder if it just doesn't
Besides,
really
like,
equate to
Transformers.
views. Like people like buying toys because it's like cool aliens and they're just like action figures, but they don't really
But you can
care.
make more toys based on the movies and stuff too.
I get
And that
that.
introduces it to more
Imagine how many
people
watches
too.
you can sell.
But like that also introduces it to more kids too to go buy the toys.
I for me, what I think is that they just think the IP's dead.
It's
But-
not. They still have a Ben 10 cartoon.
No, they don't.
They canceled it.
Like years ago, yeah.
The one with the younger version of him, like
One
the
that
flash
had Teen Titans
animation.
Go art style.
Yeah, the reboot
Yeah.
one,
Yeah,
it's,
that
it's
was
canceled
dead.
a long
Yeah,
time
that
ago.
was dead,
It was on for a while. It was on for like 4 or 5 years, but it's canceled now.
Yeah. Yeah, I think they just think it's a washed IP. I think they feel like they're just gonna live off the toy sale revenue because you've made all the.
That's such a waste, though. Like, why not have like a comic or something?
Look how
like-
much money they're making still, and they haven't had to give you anything new.
But they can make more.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's
But
so
that's
much
what Teen
wasted
Titans is
potential.
for.
What, Teen Titans Go?
That's what Teen Titans
But
Go
Teen
is
Titans
for.
Go doesn't make merch sales like
But they
Ben 10
give
did.
them the TV. They're getting their TV money from Teen Titans Go, and maybe they're getting their toy sales from Ben 10.
So, dude, you have 12 hours of fucking cartoons you can put on there. You saying it should only be Teen Titans Go?
I mean, that's what it is right now.
for the most part.
It
yeah,
should
but-
be.
Yeah.
And even
But if it
then,
wasn't working, they wouldn't do it.
even then, it doesn't even have to go there. You could probably make something that's more mature, just like put it like straight to streaming or like
Ben 20.
like put it on
Start shooting
Netflix
people.
or like I don't know. Like you can do like a lot of shit with Ben 10. Like
You know,
like I said, make a movie.
Yeah, I heard about that one.
That's my goat. I don't know. Like a Ben 10 movie would be perfect. Tell me it wouldn't be perfect. You know that shit would be
That'd be cool. I just don't think they're gonna do it for the reason I listen. It's just like, why would they?
I think it'll happen.
because you can make
Eventually.
more money. You can make more money off
More
of that.
money.
Yeah, because I mean, if you're saying like, oh, they're just coasting off the toy sales, they can make more toys if they made a movie.
They're gonna have to make new creatures, but I mean,
The
I
only
see
people
what you're
buying
saying.
toys right now are collectors.
I mean,
Because kids aren't buying it because they don't see Ben 10.
Yeah, that's the other thing. There's not an active Ben 10 thing for them to want to buy toys of.
Yeah. It's just collectors.
but then that's probably why they're not touching it. I mean, I'm just saying.
Exactly.
I feel, like,
Make a new show so kids will watch it.
I feel like they're just putting their shit in other ventures. Like they're rebooting a Gumball. They're doing the shit with the Titans. I'm not saying it's a bad idea. I'm just saying like I see why
But that's
they're not
also
doing
stuff
it.
that doesn't sell toys and stuff, though. Like, you're not going to buy toys of Gumball.
Oh wow, this is my Darwin action figure.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, that doesn't work.
It might.
And they're all different art styles and stuff, too. Like, you can't make figures of that.
Here's my sussy action figure.
No, it comes in like a kit and you can make your own.
yeah. Should bring back Chowder though. That'd be hype. Chowder was like this shit.
I think Chowder is like a...
Ran its course.
Yeah. I mean, what more can you really do with Chowder at
Well,
this point?
Rand, of course, is true, but I'm like, it'd be fun to see some new Chowder shit. I mean, they already grown him up to like an old man, so maybe not Chowder. Maybe they're kids, if anything. Do like a little spin off. But yeah.
I mean, it's just like a cute little cooking show.
Yeah, it was
I
just
don't
fun.
think you really
It
need
was
more
entertaining.
seasons of that type of thing. Because, I mean, they've made other shows since then and stuff.
It's like 9 Ben 10s.
What was it like from the same creator? And Ben 10 has like a story to it and everything.
Chowder has stuff. It's episodic.
And there's a lot more you can do with Ben 10 than Chowder.
I mean, episodic versus story, but I feel like you could do more episodic though. No.
With Chowder?
Yeah, it's episodic. You can just
No, Ben
make
10
up
used to be a
anything.
Freak of the Week cartoon. It's very episodic.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought they had like.
I mean, they did have
They did.
overarching stories,
Oh.
but they also had like the Freak of the Week kind of episodes,
Oh, okay,
like a
okay.
superhero show. You know what I mean?
Got you.
I feel like anything you can do in a Chowder episode, you can do just as well in a Teen Titans Go episode.
They do that.
Yeah,
That's basically Teen Titans.
That's what I'm saying.
episodes.
Like, there's no reason to bring back Chowder if you have Teen Titans Go, to be honest with you. They fill the same niche.
I would like my Chowder back, or they need to give me another Mystery Inc. Like that would be peak cartoon. If they just
Too
give
bad
me,
you get Velma.
You get Scoob. I never actually watched Velma.
I
Did y'all
watched
end
the
up
first
watching it?
episode and I hated it.
I saw like people analyzing it.
I watched the first episode. I gave it a shot. I was like, wow, this is exactly what I thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
Just a show. And the thing is, like, Velma, the first episode wasn't like, I'm not going to, for anyone out there, it wasn't bad. It wasn't bad. It wasn't like the worst show ever. But like, in the long running line of Scooby-Doo, it didn't really hit.
Yeah, I mean, it's
Didn't
not
really
supposed to be like a Scooby-Doo show, but
It also
there's also no real reason for it to be a Velma show either, from what I understand.
There's no reason to justify its existence. It just exists for the sake of existing.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's why I was like, I don't really care.
Or like
for
a
this.
reverse Scooby Doo show where they have to cover up murders. It's like the mystery team, but
Yeah.
instead of like they're serial killers, and they're like covering up scenes and framing people for
Or
it.
I like the idea of like they catch the villain or whatever the fuck, and when they do, they accidentally kill him with a trap. And because of that, they can't.
Oh shit!
Yeah, like, oh, fuck.
Fred, this is your third trap this week. How are you killing these people?
Wait, I thought he was an actual ghost. I didn't mean to cut his head off. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Oh, that was the decapitation saw? I thought that was the ectoplasm.
Guys, he was chasing after us. Like, what the fuck was I supposed to do? Of course I shot him.
It's an incorporeal being, Fred. Well, these were incorporeal bullets.
Wait, Fred, you own a gun? Yeah, I mean, do you see the fucking shit we go up against every week? Oh my god.
We killed zombies last week, Shaggy. Little fucking zombies.
That was just the cemetery man. What do you mean?
No, it wasn't.
It's like every week they accidentally kill the person in a completely different way.
So they have to frame it as self-defense every time, and that's like the second half of the
They have to like
episode.
frame it, like hide the body, like try to do something. Like
No, they say it was like self-defense because you got to like solve the crime.
no. Every single time they do it, they have to frame someone else for it. So instead of like you trying to figure out who actually committed the crime,
Who's at the wrong place at the right time?
yeah, it's like a reverse thing where you're watching them frame someone else, and you're like, it's like a tragedy. You're like, oh no, what? This guy's innocent. You're watching them do this every single time.
Like the falafel guy who
Who's the bozo of this episode? Get framed.
I kind of fuck with that.
Framed ratio. Go touch grass.
Can I have some water?
This is not water.
Oh,
Pyoju?
Yeah.
is it pee?
No, it is soju with a thing inside of it.
A thing?
I don't know what this black thing is.
I don't think soju's supposed to have black things in it.
No, I'm in it.
No, yeah.
No,
you
you're
drink
not.
It.
It's in you.
You just drink it with something in there.
There's like a black dot. It was like dirt,
I don't know what it is.
or like a bug, like a gnat or something.
Looks like, oh, you know that ash from the stove?
What?
I don't think that's what it is.
No, this was on the counter. This has been on the counter for like a
okay.
while. So
But why is it inside the cup?
Because I poured this in here.
But why was it inside the cup?
Probably because I've been letting this cup sit on the counter without a lid for a while. So just stuff, like a particle probably just got into it. Yeah.
I like how you said because I poured it in here. Like that's not just how bottles work.
We'll get out.
Are you trying to like
Audio
fish it out with your
yeah, now he's
fingers?
fishing it out with his fingers.
He's just fucking fingering the mug with his. What the fuck are you
It's so
doing?
sad. Put more in there so it rises higher and it's easier to fish out.
You know, that's very smart, Derek.
I think this is too much soju for you.
This is fine.
You don't seem fine.
You're
I'm
fine
very
sober.
fine.
Yeah, honestly.
I'm just going to drink it. I don't care.
You
anymore.
filled it up more just so you could fish it out, and then you didn't even try to fish it out.
He gave up.
It looks hard.
What the fuck? Oh shit.
Because, like, now it's, like, half submerged, half floating. It's just in there.
This is so sad.
Yeah.
Are you okay?
I will be.
Okay.
Eventually.
God damn.
Yeah, this is why I can't be an alcoholic.
We've been drinking a lot more alcohol lately.
You have?
Only since the anniversary. That was,
Yeah.
I got fucked up.
I mean, did you drink alcohol between then and now?
I swear you
Yeah,
did.
so what are you talking about?
I swear you did.
No. Unless it's another substance, then no.
I don't know why. I don't really like drinking anymore.
And you're not 21. Got it. Yeah, it's from the stove. Yeah. Okay.
I don't know. Anytime I drink now, I just like don't really enjoy the experience.
It's because you're a pussy.
My fault.
Thanks, Joe.
Do you want to do like the Everclear challenge?
The fuck is that?
Like just drinking Everclear.
It was basically like you take a shot of Everclear and you don't react.
What happens if you react?
Do you drink more? I don't know.
I mean, it's just basically just like,
God, I'm just
can you do it without
twitching
reacting?
thinking about it, dude.
That's what I'm saying.
Like-
yeah.
No, because I was gonna say around that last shot of the whiskey last time, I was like fighting demons.
Well,
I was fine.
The more like inebriated I am, the less I react to alcohol. Like I don't taste it anymore.
Yes, it was. It
It's
started.
always the first one where I'm like, you know.
No, it was tasting the water, but that last one, I was like, wow, I have to do this again.
Yeah.
It was the again that I was like, oh my god, I'm gonna be fucking.
I'm
Dude,
getting chills just thinking about taking another shot of Everclear, though. I don't know.
dude. When I like you watched me play that match of Marvel Rivals. I can't play drunk. Like I can play high. I can't play. That was like it was so. Dude, I can't. Now, I'm gonna say this right now. I'm gonna be very fucking clear. If you ever drink and drive, you're a disgusting piece of shit. I couldn't even play a video game properly, John.
Yeah.
That shit was awful. And for everyone listening, I'm basically a Celestial player. I'm like GM1 low Celestial. Like, I'm pretty fucking good at video games. And I couldn't do shit, Darren. I couldn't hit a shot. I barely knew what the fuck was going on my screen. And I'm like,
I think
these
it's because
niggas
you were
just-
drunk.
You know, like, these people just say, give me my keys. Give me my... No. I'm gonna put my foot down. That was despicable behavior.
You heard it here first, folks. Drinking and driving is wrong.
You deserve life. Because what I was doing on that controller...
I disagree.
I think everyone should be able to drink and drive as much as they want, personally.
Just
In fact, I drank and drove here.
Just the wrong take.
Have you seen the videos of like people like starting to police like it's like when what was it? It was like some kind of driving law. It basically required what the fuck was it? Was it seatbelts? Let me see.
Oh, those shouldn't be required either.
Live your life, John.
What?
This is the freest American I've ever seen right here.
Okay, let me ask you this. If you have to wear a seatbelt while driving the car, why do you not have to wear a seatbelt while walking down the street?
One is a 2-ton metal box moving at 45 plus miles
That's what I'm
per
saying.
hour.
If you can hit that person walking down the street and they're not protected by a seatbelt,
It's only fair if you're not protected either.
exactly. How are you going to sit there and tell me I can't wear a seatbelt in my car? I'm the one crashing it. I should be allowed to get hurt. I deserve to get hurt if I'm crashing.
I think the whole point is that, you know, no one has to die in an accident, but you do you, King. You do you.
Also, I kind of like the idea of becoming a projectile.
Being a human trebuchet is not a bad idea.
Yeah. I think like
When you get wrapped around the tree, that gets a little dicey if you haven't done your stretches before you got behind
I was
the
gonna say, have you
wheel.
ever seen like parkour videos and stuff though? I feel like I could probably do that.
Yeah.
Like if I get launched out, I
Yeah.
should probably
Bounce.
like
it was in the 1980s when it was literally when like DUI laws were apparently like in the 1980s were first like a thing, right? And then they were recording people's reactions to it, and then this one guy was like, "Oh, I can't even drink a beer after an honest day's work. What kind of country is this?" And this one lady's like, "See, we're gonna be a communist country." Like,
Taking away our alcohol rights, you fucking commies.
To restrict drinking and driving here is viewed by some as downright undemocratic.
It's kind of getting communist when a fella can't put in a hard day's work, put in 11, 12 hours a day, and then get in your truck and at least drink 1 or 2 beers.
They're making it laws where you can't drink when you want to. You have to wear a seatbelt when you drive.
She's mad.
That's what I'm saying. I'm with her.
In this country.
This is
You know
communist.
what? This is the accent I don't like. I'll say it.
That's what I'm saying. This is communist. You're telling me making everyone wear seatbelts is freedom? You're telling me you have free speech if you can't even fucking
you know what's not
drive
freedom?
down the
Traffic
road?
lights. Why the fuck are you letting a red light? It's an artificial barrier.
We
You know?
should always just be going constantly.
Like people will be like,
I mean, yeah,
"Motherfucker,
why
I have
not?"
free will." Free will, motherfuckers, when they see a stoplight, like exactly.
Now, this is controversial. Do you, if you guys are on an empty road at night and you're the only car there, do you run the red light?
Yes, I'll slow down and like, but
I usually just gun it. To be honest with you.
Well, then I'm worried like someone else is gunning it, and then we're gonna like gun it together and meet just.
I mean, that's fine.
Oh,
He doesn't wear
It's-
seatbelts. He wants to be a projectile.
Yeah.
I'll see Darren in the day later anyway.
Yeah.
In the ICU.
Hi, John.
I mean, I trust you to put me back together, so like I get it.
It's not gonna be hi Darren. It's gonna be.
Real. That's very real.
I also kind of wish we just replace stairs with ladders too. I don't know. Stairs don't seem practical.
Dude, fuck disabled people. That's what I'm saying.
I mean, disabled people can't even use stairs
Oh,
either.
you're right.
They
Yeah,
use
we
a
might
le-
as well.
Yeah, exactly. They have to use an elevator.
Just permanently out of reach.
What?
No, because imagine.
Everything would be more space efficient without stairs.
That's
we
what
have
I'm
so
saying.
much more space here without stairs.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You can have like
And
an
then
entire.
we'd all have like a really good upper body build. You know what I mean?
You can have like an entire room in between.
Yeah.
we should also just fucking walk around on our hands and feet and peel bananas with our feet. Like monkeys.
We do walk around.
What is
on our
that
feet.
comparison? Like, I'm trying to like say that it's more space efficient to have
Climb like
ladders.
a goddamn monkey.
What?
Climb like a god. This man like
You think ladders were made for monkeys?
No, I was about to say ladders are made for people. Like, monkeys don't need ladders.
They
We have
cli-
ladders because we're not monkeys.
climbing vertically like a monkey. That's all I'm gonna say. Climbing.
You're doing the same thing when you use fucking stairs.
No, we are
Look at
walking
you
up
walking
a
on a flat
slant.
surface like a fucking ant. Like, what was that supposed to do?
Yeah.
What?
No, we're men. We walk on our feet and steps.
Yeah, you do on ladders too. You just also use your hands.
No, exactly. You're using too many limbs.
Like when you use like your fucking hand on the handrail while walking up the
I don't
stairs.
use no goddamn handrail.
Okay, but it's there.
for pussies and old people, and that's fine. But
So if you're old, you shouldn't.
you're one step next to being a monkey in the grave.
What?
Oh my god. Why are monkeys in the grave?
Yeah, what the fuck? Yeah, fuck the old people. Why are the monkeys in the grave?
Because that's what happens when you.
I feel like you're just too lazy to use a ladder. It's kind of what it sounds like to me.
No, I
I
ain't too lazy to use no goddamn ladder. I just think that real human beings use their feet and their feet only in most tasks. Now, we can use our hands because we are graced
So
by
are firemen
God.
not men? Because they use ladders.
actually use a pole to go down.
They use poles. That's
No, but
pretty-
going up, you use ladders. Or the trucks.
They're halfsies because they do use poles, which is pretty cool. So it kind of evens out.
No, so does your mom.
Hey, that was good. That was good. That was a good one.
You glad you don't watch this podcast, John. Anywho, I don't know why I'm talking this fucking hick accent, but
Yeah, I think it just pissed you off after watching that video. I'm not
yeah,
gonna
it
lie.
did. It really did. First guy was kind of spitting though, because I can just tell he's like, I work 12 hours in a goddamn coal mine. Now you're telling me I can't enjoy my drive home before I see my bitch wife? Seriously? I can see.
I've never understood people that just sit there and like shit talk their wives.
I think.
Like,
that's
why are
just-
you there?
I think they're
Just leave.
I think they're scared of being alone.
Well, then why are you shit talking her? Then, like, what's your problem?
That happened today. I was giving somebody a shingles vaccine, and then he was just like complaining about his body and like women, and I was just like, dude, I met you 10 minutes ago.
He's complaining about his body and women.
Yeah.
He was like, "Oh God, I'm so fat. Fuck women." Like what? What the fuck was he saying?
My dick is small. I also hate my wife.
Yeah, what?
No, he was just like,
God, I just know my
like,
wife
he
thinks
was
my dick is
basically
small.
like, Darren, when you like cherish your youth, he was like, when you grow old, one day you're gonna look in the mirror and be like, who the fuck is this old guy? That's what
That's
he said.
actually really scary and
Yeah,
sad.
and then he was
This
like,
guy was giving you some insightful fucking like.
Look, I've heard from a lot of
No,
my
and
old
then-
He
that's
wanted you to
customers.
write his memoir for him.
and then he was like, man, I used to be like 145 pounds of lean muscle, and then I got up to 170, and I just fell off from there, and I was like, I'm 170 right now. I'm like, weight doesn't mean anything, and he was like, yeah, but I'm 200 right now, and I was like, it's not the worst I've seen. I don't know, like you definitely look like.
Depending on how tall he is, 200 is
I
not
mean, he was
that
like 59
overweight.
years old. I mean, he looks like a 59-year-old. I don't know. He didn't look like
200 is not that overweight for someone who's like fairly tall. You know
He
what I
wasn't
mean?
tall though. He was like maybe
Average height?
3 inches shorter than me,
I mean, still,
but
like,
he wasn't like fat. You know what I mean? He was
200 is definitely
Pudgy?
like
Did you
losable
say
weight.
pudgy?
pudgy when he's sitting down, but when he was standing up, he was like stocky. Because like you know
Okay.
the fat guy distributed. But when you sit down, you get like a little belly. I mean,
Yeah.
but, you know, when
Okay.
he was standing, he just looked stocky. He didn't look fat. You know what I mean?
Gotcha.
So I don't know. He was like shitting, and then he showed me a picture of him in his youth.
Did he look
And
good?
it was like some fucking Vietnam War-esque photo. He had like a beer in his hand, like tank top, and he had like really like
Those were the
voluptuous hair.
days.
I'm just like I looked at it and I was like, oh damn. And he was like, yeah, you didn't think I'd be good looking, did you? And I was like, I didn't say that, but you you did look. I mean,
You said it, not me.
Yeah, I don't know,
sorry.
yeah.
He fell off is what
And
I'm
then
hearing.
he was just like, Darren, don't let women. He was like, don't do shit for. Like, what did he say? He was like, Darren, don't get too preoccupied with women. All they do is kick you when you're down. And I'm just like, that came out of nowhere. I was like,
Jeez,
what the fuck? And I told Hannah, and she was just like, maybe he's like a very extroverted person, but because he's old, he has nobody to talk to. So these are like.
I thought you were
the rare
saying Hannah started
moments.
kicking you while you were down.
No.
Like proved him right.
No, but like she's like, yeah, maybe he's like a very extroverted person, but because he's old, he doesn't have a lot of
He doesn't have a
social
filter.
connections.
Yeah.
Or,
No, he doesn't have a lot of social connections, so like he can't talk about this stuff to people. So he talks about it with
Yeah, he can't
me.
complain to his wife about
It's kind of
women.
the
has
same
one,
thing.
but-
It's like old people always want to go on like a politics rant. It's probably because they can't do it to anyone else.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
A captive audience is where they're like time to
But also they have a
shine.
superiority complex because they think being older makes them smarter.
Yeah.
It's that too.
Yeah.
They want to lecture you.
Yeah, true.
A lot of people think that it's their job to like teach you something.
I think
which
it is, but like not when they're wrong and not when it's about politics. You know what I mean? Like,
I'm here to fix your thermostat or some shit. I'm not trying to like
Yeah.
learn about Israel. I'm sorry.
yeah, like
I don't know. Like I'm always down to learn something, but sometimes I'm just kind of like, this is not the right.
that's
time
literally what
for
I was
this.
talking about earlier. Where like everything's a fucking political statement now. You know?
Yeah. Why
Yeah.
can't we just be silly? Why can't we go back to the era of silly? Apparently the 90s were really chill. Everyone was just making fun of everybody. We all had a good time. What happened?
Yeah, I think we should just give
Halo was on the horizon.
Yeah, we should just give kids cigarettes again.
I mean, they vape.
Yeah, give them cigarettes instead. It's better.
Dude, millennials almost killed cigarettes, like cigarette use, and like kids. And
Yeah.
then Gen Z was like vapes.
No, the
I
cigarette
mean, so
companies
yeah,
were
cigarette
like
use is
vapes.
dead now.
They're called e-cigarettes now. So.
Yeah, I see adults using vapes now. So I'm like, yeah, basically the tobacco industry is. And
Well, the tobacco industry makes vapes now.
Yeah.
yeah, they just moved
So-
over to now like mango, blue
Exactly,
raspberry,
yeah.
cotton candy shit.
I mean, honestly, if we're being real, like I know we talked a little bit before about like buildings and like logos simplifying and everything like that. That's kind of how I feel about like cigarettes with vapes and everything. Like they just kind of like dumbed it down. Now it's not as cool. Like if you have a cigarette, you look kind of badass. But if you're walking around with like a disposable vape, you're kind of just a pussy. You know what I mean?
where's my peach mango aqua black?
Dude, I smoked nicotine. That wasn't my first time smoking nicotine. But my first time actually hitting nicotine, like hitting it, was what was that? What the fuck was that?
It was my foot.
Why did it make a squirt?
That's a good question,
It
Dave.
was
Anyway.
it was the fucking the leg of the table. It
No, my
hit, like,
first
the
time
metal.
actually like I hit a vape like once in high school. I didn't like it, but like my first time actually like actively doing nicotine was at a hookah bar, and I was just doing hookah. I was like, I spoiled myself because like my first time I ever got a Nick Buzz and it was from a fucking hookah. But my second time ever was like my 22nd birthday a few months ago. We did like cigars.
Yeah, yeah.
And I felt like a fucking badass holding a cigar.
Yeah.
Like a stogie, like just
Now
in
imagine-
between these like dude.
Imagine you did that and it was just a vape.
That's not the same. It's
That's what I'm
just
saying.
lame.
It's lame. There's
Yeah.
no point.
Instead of
Like I felt like a fucking king with that cigar.
Exactly.
In my mouth. Like, dude, I have the photos pulled up right now. That shit was so
Mob
dude,
boss
look at this
energy.
guy. Look at this guy.
Yeah, it's badass.
That's some fucking roaring 20s energy.
Look at the stocks, my boy. Look at the stocks, lad. Or
Hey, see?
Well,
Look,
mullet.
fucking-
to the moon. So my random thought for this week was the price of relatability. Parentheses witch hunts. So when I was thinking about that earlier, like the price of relatability is like, at what point are you being a conformist? What point do you kind of draw the line being an individual? Because the witch hunts were basically like when you stood out as a person, you were a witch. You know, oh my God, he can dance. He's a witch. Oh my God, his crops didn't die. He's a witch. Oh my God, his wife's hot. Obviously, she's a witch. You know, just like weird shit. And that's like how we've always judged each other because like, I don't know, humans are weird. Why do you think we're so like, why do you think like the logical reason we're still judging now? I don't care about the evolutionary reason why we're judging, but like at a certain point, common sense has to kick in that like we're all the same, we're just different colors. You know what I mean? So like, why do we have this like still need to like kind of find people that relate to us and make us feel like the same when we know we're all the same?
People like
fundamentally?
people like them.
Say that one more time.
People like them
But why do you hate others that aren't you then?
because you don't like talking to them. Maybe you don't hate them, but you don't like talking to them.
Is it really that like? I don't know. It's such a weird notion because like you don't know, like you know what I mean. Like, do you find it weird to just hate someone randomly or just like be?
I say you don't have to hate them, but you just don't like being with them. There's a difference.
Well, when I talk about witch hunts are like usually very antagonistic to where like yeah you don't like them so much you're willing to kill them.
Yeah, but like,
and that's why I guess one of the questions is like we still kind of have that. Still.
Let me think of something. I'm not super into theater.
Can you give me an example of what you're talking about?
Like a witch
I
hunt
was
or
I was
what?
giving an example. Hold on.
Oh yeah.
I'm saying like I'm not super into like theater and like theatrical stuff. I'm into like music, you know what I mean? But like like orchestral stuff, but like not like theatrics. So when I hear somebody talking about theatrics or like they say they're a theater kid, I don't hate them, but I don't want to really talk about theater. You know, it's like that. You know what I mean?
But Alfonso was talking about killing people and shit, though.
In terms of witch hunts, it's like kind
well, he was trying to put it in a modern context, which is why I'm giving it in a modern context.
Yeah.
So I'm saying like people like people with the same interest as them. So that's where like the whole like copying on trends and what you're saying comes from. But I don't think we necessarily have witch hunts. Our
active, like go back to the activism
our witch
thing.
hunt is cancel culture.
Yeah, it's activism.
which is different.
Yeah.
But like when it comes to like conformity, it's really just about being with people like you. But you don't have to like hate people that aren't a part of your group. Unless it's like something personal to you, like fucking politics, then yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, conformity is not always a bad thing either.
I didn't say it was. I'm just saying that that's the reasoning for it. I don't know. It's like the thing.
What's
I
the
was talking
strong case for? Like, where do you think like I can't really think of like. I think conformity is like a neutral. I don't think there's any positive to conformity though.
Having a community, having friends.
Is that conformity or just like being cooperative? Conformity is like you all kind of will just agree
If
to
you
like,
always,
the terms and conditions.
if you always only do stuff that serves your benefit, then yeah, you're probably not gonna have a lot of friends or anything.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, when it comes to like interest, I mean that is like the benefit to it. It's like I don't know. I have a group I play Warhammer with. Like we chill, do that. It's fun. Like that's a thing we have in common. We all come together. We play it. We get other friends into it.
When you were a kid, there was always that one kid who had no sense of like self-control, who would always go and like fuck things up, and everyone hated them. Everyone knew a kid like that. Mm-hmm. And that's what happens when you don't have a sense of conformity. If you just want to be different for the sake of being different, that's exactly what you are.
Okay, I can kind of see what you're saying with that. Okay, so it's like a social norm, I guess, and then they just kind of go against that social norm, and you're like,
some people want to be different so bad. Like, why are you just like, you know,
you want to just take that blue pill so bad, or red pill, whichever pill is the pill. You want to, yeah, I can see that. Like that fish meme, he jumps out of the boat. He's like, I'm nothing like you niggas.
Yeah.
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 But I also, like, to me...
I thought you want to be different sometimes. I'm not going to lie, but...
I don't really. I'm me.
Yeah, okay. That's what they all say. Okay,
bro.
All right, bud.
I'm different, bro. I'm me.
Dog, I'm not like the other guys. I'm just myself.
Because I wouldn't say, like... I'm an anti-conformist or conformist. I'll just say, like, I'm like a net neutral.
Well, I'm saying, like, people conform when it comes to something, like, they care about, want to be with other people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, the most, like, conformist thing that I can, like, compare to what you're trying to say is, like, fraternities and sororities. Those are people who fucking conform.
Yeah,
you know
yeah.
I still feel like conform probably isn't, like, the right word. It feels more like... You're subduing yourself, I guess.
That's what conforming is. It's like you're basically putting part of your personality. If you disagreed or
pushing things aside to be a part of a group.
Yeah.
And it's like they make party culture their only personality. Or like something their whole personality.
Or something,
but,
whatever it is.
know, it's like the person you went to high school with who was into like, I don't know.
Some nerdy shit.
Yeah.
Hatsune Miku.
No, that's real though. As a grown man, why wouldn't you fuck with Miku?
What do I care that some random 14-year-old Japanese girl is singing to me?
She's actually 16.
The music is good.
Yeah, the music is good. You know Miku's an instrument, right?
I thought it was the blue-haired girl.
Yeah, but it's a blue-haired girl that sings songs that you write.
What?
Yeah, Miku's an instrument. Miku's not like a person that exists. She's not real.
I mean, I knew that. Her being an instrument is crazy, though.
Yeah, no, that's like that's what Vocaloid is. It's all like a bunch of different anime girls with like different voices and pitches and shit like that. And it's like they sing in different tones based on what you give them.
Like those automaton thingies?
That's not what that is.
That's, yeah. It's all digital. It's like, it's like you're making music. It's like using like I don't know.
So
like,
she's just.
it's like using Ableton or Fruity Loops or some shit.
So it's just all voices, and they're just fucking with the pitches.
Yep. And that's just hard as fuck too. You can't tell me you don't fuck with Miku.
I don't fuck with me.
Why don't you fuck with Miku?
He's just trying to be different.
Oh
That's what
my
I'm
god!
saying.
He didn't even know what the fuck it was.
He's shitting
I
on
know she was an
Miku without
instrument.
knowing shit about
I know she was
Miku.
an instrument, but still, I'm not fucking with it.
But you're still shitting on Miku just from what, her design? Like why are you shitting on Miku?
I don't like it.
What?
Yeah,
but
she's
you
a
didn't even know what she
16-year-old
was.
anime girl, and what?
Well, why are you shitting on it though if you don't know what it is?
The music's not that good. I thought it was more of like a musician thing, like a VTuber shit. I didn't know she was an actual instrument. From my original perception was just like some VTuber random shit, and I was just like, I'm not really.
Even
taking
then,
it
she's like the original VTuber. She's from like the early 2000s.
Yeah, she is.
She's Sega. She's friends with Sonic.
You been dead ass?
Yes.
Oh.
You can't shit on Miku.
I mean, all my
She's in Fortnite.
I'm shitting on Miku. I rescind my previous statement.
You should resend your. Yeah, you should resend that shit. Nah. I don't know.
Name a character you like.
He can't.
Optimus Prime.
Nah,
He's
he,
in Fortnite.
He shits on too much
Do you
stuff.
shit on Optimus Prime now?
Yeah, he's gonna have to go.
Name another.
Mark from Invincible.
He's in
He's
Fortnite.
in Fortnite.
Gotta go.
So you're shitting on Miku because she's in Fortnite?
No, the other two I will. But Miku, no, she was already an L before she was even added. That was just a double L. If anything, it would make me like her more, but it doesn't. No, everything's in Fortnite now. I don't even want to name it. I'm scared.
Yeah, I got a lot of bad news for you. You like Jays? I hate to break it to you.
You like hoodies?
Not yet.
Oh, they haven't added all the clothing yet? I thought they did.
Nah.
Have you been playing Fortnite? What,
Yeah.
Like, anything new or cool? I'm just kind of curious.
They're doing another heist season. They added a cryptocurrency called Dilbits
Ah.
because they have a pickle themed.
Wait, does it actually work like cryptocurrency?
No, it's just like an item you get in game. Then you can use
Oh.
it to buy stuff on the black market.
Okay.
He's a pickle themed rapper who's beefing with T-Pain.
That was a sentence.
T-Pain's not even in Fortnite. He's just been beefing with him on Twitter.
You know, T-Pain took over as Charlie from Morris Critical for like 2 episodes.
Yeah.
Those were pretty fun. I'm not gonna lie. Those-
Fortnite actually paid Anthony Fantano to cover the beef and shit like that too.
That's absurd. That's like,
Yo, if Anthony Fantano gets a Fortnite skin, I'd be fucking hype. I can't even
Hey,
lie.
guys, just-
That'd be
me.
great. Wait.
I got different styles for the different fucking colors on his flannel.
yeah. Internet's busiest music nerd here. I'm so glad he has a career in this because he's been grinding this shit out for a while, and I'm glad he like got to reap what he's sown in like a good way.
I don't mind Anthony Fantano.
Yeah, even though I
a lot
don't-
of people shit on him a lot.
Yeah,
but
even
I
when
don't
I
mind
agree
him.
with his takes, I'm like, he still, he defends what he says. It's his opinion. You know what I mean?
I fuck with Nardwar though. If
I
Nardwar got a Fortnite skin, I would really
I actually
fucking
just
go
like,
crazy
I'm
with
not
that.
interested in his videos. Like, I've seen him just like bring up someone's like entire, like, you know, he doxes them. And I'm just like watching him. I'm like, I don't know. He's a nice guy. He's really friendly. He's really happy.
What is your issue with Nardwar?
I think he's just too happy and it feels fake to me. Even though it's probably him being really genuine. It just like,
What?
I'm more
You're
used-
the only person I've ever heard of who does not like Nardwar.
Oh, he's too happy.
How is he too happy?
Do.
Well, you don't like SpongeBob? Like, what the fuck? What do you mean?
I'm just saying, like, his style of video is not engaging for me. I think I like conflict.
So you think
some
if he
reason.
walked in there and shit on the rapper in their face, like that would be better?
I mean, that's what the Breakfast Club does sometimes, and I feel like it's pretty entertaining. I don't watch.
He's
all
not the Breakfast Club.
I don't
though.
watch all the Breakfast Club to be fair, but like,
I mean,
don't
there's
know.
been times where people shit on him.
Oh, don't do that.
That's what it sounds like you want them to do.
No,
You say, "Oh, I want conflict."
I would just say his it's very like anti. Not anti. That's such a bad.
He makes people comfortable.
I don't like comfort that way. I don't
You don't like. You don't think people are gonna be like more honest in an interview if they're comfortable? He's an interviewer.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just not interested. I don't know. I don't care when he's interviewing Tyler, A$AP Rocky, or Lil Uzi Vert. I'm like, oh, that's cool. It's Nardwar. He's happy. He's like, your name was actually this. Your dog was this. I'm like, cool. That's really creepy information that I would not know or like want to have someone know about me. But hey,
I don't know. Nardwar is just such a kind soul.
he's a kind soul. I don't know. That nigga knows too much.
He just does research.
Oh,
He makes a few phone calls probably. It's like it's not that much.
Calls my mother. What was his favorite food?
That's probably exactly what he does. Like I'm dead serious. That's probably exactly what he does because he like
probably.
whips out like, oh, this was your middle school homeroom teacher, blah, 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 like all that shit.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just jarring, and it's not bad. It's not like he's.
I think it's cool. Nardwar's cool. I think not liking Nardwar is like a test. Like I feel like if you don't like Nardwar, that means there's something wrong. You know what I mean?
I mean, maybe, but I don't know. I don't hate him. I would never willingly watch a video of his. Nothing.
Willingly is crazy. Like you have to be held at gunpoint to watch his video.
Or like, let's just say I'm with a girl and she's like, I love Nardwar. I'll watch it or some shit. But no, I don't think I'm I'm not waiting. I'm not literally waiting for his like fucking 5-second uploads to watch. Oh my god, Nardwar just interviewed this another random. Celebrity.
Yeah, no, but if it's someone I fuck with, I'll watch it though.
I don't care about these people's. I don't care. I think that's probably part of it. Is I don't really care about anyone's personal life like that. I don't care.
I think if you like art to an extent, you have to care about someone's personal life though.
No,
because otherwise, like if you like art to the point of like liking the process by making the art. Then
I like Graduation. I definitely don't give a fuck what's coming out Kanye's mouth. I like Igor. I don't really care about Tyler.
So you don't believe you can separate art from an artist?
Yeah. Well, no. I think
you can.
I think when it comes to actually making a song, if in the song he's saying, I hate Jewish people, they suck, I want to kill all Jewish people, then I mean, yeah, you can separate the art from the artist, but it doesn't change the fact that mentality is in the song. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I'm thinking of the perspective of like you hear a song, but you don't
care who wrote it or why
you don't care about the art. You know what I mean? Like it's like a one hit kind of thing.
Yeah,
I mean, I
like
get that
at that
too.
point, you have separated the art from the artist.
I get that too, but at the same time, there's always like a mentality and stuff behind the art. So when they're making it, there's like a thought process behind why they made it, and the thought process always comes from who they are as a person. Like they are the person who made that song because they're the person who made that song.
But I think a lot of people find appreciation in art because it means something to them.
Yeah. I mean, that's fine. But
like I said, that is separating art from an artist.
That's
fine.
fine.
Because now you're putting your own interpretation on it.
Yeah.
I get that, but I also feel like if you are the type of person who likes art or wants to make art, you need to understand like the process behind making stuff. Otherwise, you can't really have any kind of like real influence from anything.
But I thought anything can be art. So anybody can make art.
I mean, yeah, they can. But if you want to make a movie, you should probably watch a movie at some point in your life. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, just like, I'm going to invent this thing where you like have moving pictures.
Yeah, but you can watch a movie and not give a shit about the director.
I mean, sure, but how are you going to recreate anything?
You watched the movie.
Yeah, how are you going to do the thing they did in the movie?
You watched the movie.
Do the thing, but you're not going to like reference them.
Yeah. What do you mean?
You can't do the exact same thing they did without knowing how they did it. How you can't watch someone do a fucking magic trick and like, oh, I want to do this. That's not how that works.
I don't know if the magic trick is necessarily the same as like, I don't know, like writing a song or being like, hey, I was in a weird headspace. Like,
if you're writing a song and you don't understand what the lyrics of the song mean, how it pertained to it, what instrument they used, how are you writing a song that's based on that at all? You can't just like, oh, I like the way this sounds, so I'm just going to...
You heard the song,
I made music,
you
yeah.
listened to the lyrics, you can definitely understand the beat inspiration. You could tell from the tone of the lyrics how he was feeling. You don't have to know how he was feeling. If it's a sad song, he was probably feeling sad. If it was a happy song, he was probably feeling happy. And if it was
Not always. I mean, you have stuff like Hey Ya, where the entire song
yeah.
is based on being sad. You have to understand the lyrics to know what that song's about.
I was getting to the third. I was saying you can listen to the lyrics and listen to the song. So if you want to write a joke,
but you have to break down what the lyrics mean, and the lyrics mean something because the artist said something.
But I didn't fucking watch an Andre 3000 interview to see that though.
I mean, sure, but you could also...
You liked the art so much, you studied the art, and then you just recreate the art. You didn't fucking find the... I didn't suck Van Gogh's dick to figure out why he drew fucking Starry Moon Night or whatever the fuck. You know? I was just like,
I mean, I guess...
I like how that looks.
It just looked cool, so I imitated it.
Yeah, that's how I feel about it.
I mean, it's kind of the same thing. It's like trying to analyze, like, in school, we're in, like, fucking history class and everything. It's like looking at a political cartoon. You can't just, like, look at a political cartoon and be like, oh, this obviously means this without any context.
Music is, they literally tell you what they mean in the music to a degree.
Not always.
To a degree, you kind of get what the presentation, enough to copy, you can copy it. And that's what we're talking about. You can watch that movie. I could watch fucking the SpongeBob movie, like, hey, I like whimsical creatures. I like, the hero's journey. I like how they did that. I'm gonna make a movie about a fucking starfish and a rock.
But even then, if you're watching that movie, you're like, how did they get that live action guy next to that fucking cartoon? How did they do that? And you just don't understand. You have to watch a behind the scenes thing to understand how they did it.
No, you don't.
How not?
Well, you definitely have to learn.
You have to learn it, but you
Yeah.
don't have to watch the source to get that.
So what do you
But I don't get how
ask?
this pertains to the artist art thing.
Yeah, that's what I'm like. You don't necessarily have to.
Because like you're studying the techniques they use, but you're not. But it doesn't mean anything to you. It's just it looked cool.
Yeah,
create it.
you're not like caring about the artist.
Yeah,
it's
it's
just
like
the artist.
I didn't give a
used to-
shit that Michael Bay did
Blew that
X,
up,
like,
yeah.
But why did he do that?
Yeah, that doesn't
Like,
matter.
was there a meaning? Like, what happened in
just
his
know-
life? I was like, I don't get, what the fuck? No, he just blew shit up. Like,
Yeah, that's
I think that
kind
looks
of
cool.
what I'm at with that.
I mean, I get that too, but if you're trying to like understand why they did something a specific way,
Why did he blow up that car the way he did? How was
mean,
he
yeah.
feeling when that green car number 42 exploded in a bajillion pieces?
it's like I don't know. You walk through an art gallery and you're just like, oh, that looks cool.
Yeah. And then he recreated. That's how I feel about
I
it.
mean, I get that too. Like,
And that's why I feel
yeah,
like
they're just cool
Nardwuar-
pictures or whatever too.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like the entire reason is that you're trying to understand like what the point was.
You're not trying to. You're
That's not what
yeah.
I do when I go.
Yes,
to
I'm
museum.
not trying to understand anything. I'm simply trying to
I literally
enjoy
go
the
there just to see
experience.
cool pictures.
And that's
I
what
mean, I get that, but I can just go on Google Images for that.
No, you could go to an art gallery and still see real stuff made by people in your local area or just stuff around. You don't necessarily have to go to Google. It's the experience that I care about.
I mean, I guess, but
And that's
like,
what I'm saying with the
why do you
musicians.
care if it's made by someone in your local area if you don't care about their experience?
Because they
Well, in
made
that
a
case,
cool
you do
thing.
care about the artist.
Well, I was like,
That's
I
exactly.
care-
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You're
Well,
saying you care that it was made by someone
But
in
I'm
your local
saying-
area.
yeah, but that's what he said. I'm saying that
local,
there's-
is local doesn't mean I care about the artist themselves. I just care about seeing cool shit that's been made in my
So
area.
why are you going to an art gallery instead of just why do you care if it's in your area?
It's a thing to do. I like art. I can go to a place and see art. I can go to a fucking museum. I'm just checking shit out.
But are you saying you want? Like,
But so why are you saying specifically local?
Local was just the first like descriptor I had thought of, but just going to
like
any
around
art.
him where he can go there.
Yes,
Right.
yes.
Okay.
Just
okay,
art
so
around me. Like I,
I
can go
thought
to
you
a
were- I thought
concert.
you wanted to see
No, I
local
could
art
go
made
to
in
a
Atlanta. And I
concert.
was like,
I
okay,
would
then
say
you do
local
care about the
concert.
artist.
Exactly, yeah.
No, like I could go to a concert. I just said local concert because that's just in my location. It's around me.
yeah.
Yeah, I meant more location, not necessarily me trying to go find the locales of the area. Just going to a set location that's near me and be like, oh, there's an art gallery here. Let me check it out.
I mean, I guess I don't know. I still think there's definitely like a type of thing where you can look at art and still you will not fully understand what it is unless you understand like what the person who made it was thinking.
I agree, but I
I
don't think
agree
every
with that,
single
yeah.
art piece is like that. I think there are just art pieces where you can
Some things should
definitely
look nice,
separate
yeah.
the artist from the art and just be like, oh, that's a cool.
I mean, I
work of
get
art.
that, but if you have like a favorite song or a favorite artist or something, you are quite literally missing out on a very pivotal piece of that thing if you don't understand where
Yes,
their brain was.
I'm not saying you. It's not a this or that.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
saying
like
there
you're-
is art that exists where you can separate it from the artist.
Yeah.
I'm not saying you can't.
But this is going back
okay.
to the Nardwuar thing of like that's why I don't necessarily care about his videos because like I'm just fine with enjoying the shit. I don't really,
Like I'm not saying you
yeah.
shouldn't appreciate art. Like
Yeah.
that's not what I'm
Yeah.
saying. Like, or
I'm
the
just-
artist.
yeah,
I'm sorry.
I
I'm
just
not
don't
saying you shouldn't
necessarily
appreciate
care
the
about the
artist.
source that
But I'm
was
saying
making
you
it.
you can get away with not. Like
Yeah.
there are definitely works of art where you can not.
Yeah. That's why that's just going back to all that. That's why I'm not really too inclined to watch his videos because I don't really care that much about that certain aspect of it.
Yeah, and I mean, like, I'm not saying it like that either. Like, I
Yeah,
separate.
I was confused why we were arguing. I
No,
was
no,
like,
yeah,
okay.
yeah. Because like this, I separate art from the artist to the extent that like I just like the art, you know, in general.
Yeah.
That's what I was talking about.
But no, and I
Yeah.
agree with that. But at the same time, like that art was created because of that person's brain. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So if that person is just like, again, I hate Jews, blah, 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 whatever the fuck. That's the reason why they made that art that says, I hate Jews, you know,
What
and
if
shit
somebody
like
just
that.
like trees and they painted trees? I don't know.
I mean, sure.
Are they Jewish trees?
It could be. You never know.
Oh, that's my favorite Kanye quote. I went to this doctor. I'm not gonna tell you what kind of doctor he was. It was a Jewish.
He had like a
What?
2-second. He's like, I had a doctor. He did all this, blah, 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 blah. I'm not going to tell you what kind of doctor he was. It was a Jewish doctor. Like, he waited literally
Very
that
cool.
exact amount of time, like in between. My favorite Kanye quote of all time, it was like the fucking like the VMAs or whatever, like back in the day. It was like, oh, Kanye, did you see that the Backstreet Boys got kidnapped by Sasquatch? What the fuck? And he just
When did he say this?
no, like they're coming to Kanye like asking this, and he like you could tell he's like caught off guard. He doesn't know what to say. He's like hella uncomfortable. He goes, "Ah, wow, I did not know there's a real Sasquatch." And then he does that like autistic kid thing where like looks like blankly forward. And then she just like waits like 2 seconds, goes, wow, thank you, Kanye.
I've seen that.
That's like the funniest shit of all time to me, bro. I was like, oh my God.
Yeah, no, that was actually really fucking silly.
That was like the realest thing I've ever seen, because like I see that and I'm like, I've definitely been in that situation where like I get caught off
I
guard.
didn't know there was sounds.
Like I just don't know.
You just
Like
don't know what to say. You say something stupid.
yeah, you say something
Yeah.
stupid. It's like you try to say like 2 different things at the same time, like slur all your words in
Yeah.
the sentence or something.
Yeah, that happens to me a lot.
I'm like, Jesus Christ.
I think it's a good morning, Kanye. Shut the fuck up.
Oh
I like that one. It was actually being stalked, so I mean,
I think it's like, Gaga's the creative consultant to fucking Polaroid. I love Gaga's music. But what the fuck does she know about cameras? That was like the first I was like, okay, he's got a spitting.
Yeah, I mean that happens all the time now.
Yeah, like niggas own beer companies. They make their own honey. Niggas,
Well,
I mean,
okay, owning the
celebrities.
company is different, but becoming like a spokesperson or like face of a company or something for no reason after the fact, you know what I mean?
Shaq.
Shaq is like for general. What does he know about insurance? Or like, what the fuck?
Yeah, that's a pretty good
You
one.
could get online, go to the.
I was gonna say, with Papa John's, I get it, but with General, what the fuck does he have to do with the General? You know what I mean? That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah. You think he could really help you with your insurance on some real shit? Could he just give you like consultant advice? No. Shaq is just a 7-foot tall man standing next to a fucking CGI dwarf.
He's a General, 5-star.
Oh my god. I literally confused the general. Like I saw the general, but I was thinking of the fucking niggas from Empire. You know he's like the regular sized guy and like the 4 mini-me's. Where he's like 800-588-23. And then like they're pulling out the carpet or like they're laying
Oh,
up.
yeah.
Yeah, those little mini-me's. I was thinking of those when I was saying the general.
Isn't the general not a real general because he has the wrong sleeve pattern on? He's a
I don't
I
sergeant.
don't think he's a real general. Yeah, he might be a sergeant actually.
No, I mean like they just
I
have
don't
to
know
give
about military fashion, Darren. I have no idea.
I saw it somewhere. Wait, was it him or a different general?
Some nigga on Reddit probably knows.
Wait, let me look it up.
There's always someone on Reddit.
What's that company called?
The General.
It's the general insurance.
Oh my God, is it General because it's like?
Oh no, I know what it was.
General?
Never mind, I'm wrong. It was Captain Crunch.
Oh
yeah,
he's not a real
Yeah,
captain. He's
he
like
had the wrong markings on his
Lieutenant
uniform.
Crunch.
Yeah.
Do y'all fuck with Captain Crunch?
Not when it cuts my mouth.
Cuts your mouth?
No,
Oh, it does cut my mouth too, actually.
What?
Yeah.
It cuts the roof of my
How
mouth.
the fuck are y'all eating this shit where it's cutting your mouth?
Normally?
What?
It's just abrasive. I don't know.
What?
It's just very crunchy.
I get impatient and I don't let it get soggy in the milk.
Yeah, I don't like soggy Captain Crunch. It's
I don't like
Captain
soggy
Crunch.
cereal.
Yeah, it's Crunch. You're supposed to fucking eat that shit when it's like, you know?
What?
Captain Crunch.
Yeah, no, I get that. I'm
Rubs
trying
the
to
roof.
figure out
You
how
ever
it,
cut
like,
your mouth on something like abrasive? Like it's not bleeding, but like it's definitely rubbing
Raw.
off skin.
Yeah, it's like raw. Have you
No.
ever eaten pineapple and like your mouth felt weird?
Yeah.
Did your cum taste different?
Yeah.
Jonathan. But no. But that's like the same feeling you get with pineapple because it's actually acid and like, you know, wearing down and eroding part of your mouth. It's like that, but with Captain Crunch, it's just like kind of like rocks on the bottom of the ocean, just kind of turning into sand and just rubbing along the roof of your
I
mouth.
feel like y'all are just eating this shit wrong. I don't know.
No, it's just abrasive. I don't know
Also-
what to say.
When it comes to cereal and everything, you have to eat it at least like partially. You know, it has to be saturated.
No,
It can't be soggy, but it has to be saturated. Otherwise,
No,
why
I
are you
put-
not just eating it dry?
because I like the milk too.
Then drink it.
That's just tedious. I could do it in one spoonful
What's the point?
Huh?
because I can get the milk and the cereal at the same time.
Wait, John, what do you ask? I'm sorry.
He's saying like, why don't you let it sit?
Yeah,
I'm
let
like,
your-
I don't know. I just
let
just
your
put the
cereal
cereal in, I put
marinate?
the milk in, and I dig in.
Just like a second. I don't let it get soggy. I just let it get
It
saturated.
at least takes like a minute or two to get to that point.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I said, I just
I don't
put
know, I just
cereal
pour
in,
the
put
milk in,
and
Like,
I dig in.
well, like when I eat stuff in cereal, I always make sure I go through and like grab the spoon, like dip it and like submerge it and everything first. I make sure it's all touching this milk.
I'll do that, but that's about it. I won't like let
Exactly.
it sit. I'll like
That's what I'm
But
saying,
it's still
though.
crunchy. Like it takes.
Yeah,
a
it's
while
still
for it to get
crunchy.
soggy.
After that
That's what I'm
point.
saying though. Like I'm not just like
But that's not getting
I-
saturated. That's just kind of like making
exactly
it
what it is.
soft. Saturation means that the content of itself absorbs the liquid. If it's still crunchy, it
Well,
hasn't
that's
absorbed
what
the
I'm saying
liquid.
though. Like I'm just making sure that like it actually absorbs the milk flavor.
You're basically
I'm not
oiling
just-
up the cereal
because
before
I'm
you
not
put it in
just
your
I
mouth.
don't just like the taste of milk and also like the taste of cereal separately and I'm putting them together because like no I'm eating it because it's cereal. You know what I mean? I'm not doing it like separately. Like oh I like it.
I do eat a
together.
lot of dry cereal though. Maybe that's why it's abrasive.
Dry Captain Crunch.
Not Captain Crunch specifically, but I'll eat dry cereal.
I eat dry like Cinnamon Toast Crunch. That's fine.
Like what is it?
I don't really.
Cheerios.
No, like Fruity Pebbles. I do eat churros raw too, but
Also,
they
you
don't
can
fuck with
eat
my
like
mouth.
there's certain cereals you can eat dry, like anything that's circular shaped, like Fruit Loops, Cheerios. You can eat those dry. Fucking Pebbles are fine because those are Rice Krispie treats. Same
What is
shit.
the Tony the Tiger one? Frosted
Frosted
Flakes.
Flakes.
You
Those
eat
are
those
so
dry.
much better without milk.
I was gonna say I do what John does. I'll just like give them a quick dip and then I'll just eat them with like just to have them,
Like a
wet.
quick dip.
Yeah.
Okay, that is fine. But I
Yeah.
mean, like, you cannot eat Frosted Flakes in like a bowl of milk because it just gets ruined in like a minute.
They get soggy way too fast.
Yeah.
I will agree
Yeah.
with that. But that's why like
That like Rice Krispie treats.
yeah, those
that
two.
too. That will piss me
Those are
off.
pretty soft from
Do
the
y'all ever
get-go.
add sugar to your Rice Krispies? When
Yeah.
y'all,
I never add anything to cereal.
I used to add sugar to mine because I didn't
I
like.
always saw that in cartoons, and I was like, "That looks so bad for you." Like even as a kid, I made that connection.
Well,
I
like,
never
I wouldn't
added-
do like a lot of sugar.
I
You know,
used to add
you know.
like bananas and strawberries to cereal,
Oh, that,
but
that makes sense.
I never added like
I've
straight
never
sugar.
like
done
a
that
cup of sugar?
before. Is
It's
that
actually
good?
really good.
It's
Yeah.
like a normal thing. You never done that?
Yeah.
No, I've unless you're eating like brand cereal, I've only associated with like eating like fucking what's that Raisin Bran doing that shit because I've seen them in the pictures do it. But
No,
like,
I've only ever done that with like Cheerios and stuff.
well, cheers. I would have never guessed to do something like that. I like thought
Yeah.
to do something like that.
No, that shit's fire. Raisin Bran is fire too. People shit on Raisin Bran too much.
Never had it.
Raisin Bran
alright.
is so good.
It's not.
It is the most underrated cereal out there. Like easily.
It's underrated. It's overhated. It's overhated, but I don't think it's underrated.
cereal.
It's definitely Raisin Bran.
It's probably
Like
Raisin
when have you
Bran.
ever heard someone like fucking hype up Raisin Bran? They don't.
Never.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But maybe
And
that
they're
tells
missing
me
out.
it's not good.
Raisin
No.
Bran? No, the raisins smack. Like the raisin and oat. Like the it's
what I'm
smack.
saying.
The raisins are like an actual because they get you some big fucking raisins too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you wouldn't think about that being a good combination, but it is.
Yes.
Like a dried grape sitting there in your fucking
but I used to eat rice
bowl of
pudding
cereal.
though, so maybe I'm a little invalid.
I don't know what the fuck rice pudding is. I'm gonna be
So
honest
it's
with
like
you.
a poor person treat. Basically, it's like cinnamon, cream, like cream milk. It's condensed milk, not cream. Condensed milk,
Hey.
white rice and raisins, and you make like a pudding out of it. And it's basically the same thing as like Raisin Bran, except instead of like cereal using rice.
Yeah.
And so like, but it's good because there's raisins in it,
Yeah.
and the raisins are good. They're not bad. I fuck with raisins.
I don't know. I really fuck with Raisin Bran.
Raisin Bran's
It's definitely without a doubt like the most underrated cereal for sure.
I was gonna say, how do you feel about Honey Smacks? I do not like Honey Smacks.
Never
those?
had them.
The
one with the bear, right?
The frog.
Frog.
Never,
Yeah.
No, never had it.
Honeycomb.
I don't
You
know
ever
what
had
they look
honeycomb
like.
before?
No.
Wow, I've had a lot of just. I've had Honey
I had a
Smacks,
lot of
honeycomb.
cereal as a kid.
Yeah.
Yeah, my dad was a cereal guy.
That and also like the frosted like mini wheats too. I feel like those are also very underrated.
Those are gross.
They're
I like those a
mid.
lot. Those are really
they're
good.
Kind of
Mush,
mid.
dude. It's the same thing as like Frosted Flakes, but
You,
like
you can eat
No,
mini
when
wheat.
you're eating them when they're not mushy, those are really
eating
fucking
mini
good.
wheats dry is fine. I'll say like that.
I don't eat those dry. It's the same type of thing where you have to get it like submerged in milk, so it has that milk flavor absorbed into it, but not soggy. If you get it soggy,
mini
it's
wheats
bad.
and milk, they just don't hit for me because like I feel like the same.
It has to be the frosted ones. It can't just be like normal mini wheats. It has to be frosted mini wheats.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying.
Those are fucking fire. Like I don't know what it is. It's something about the icing, the way it mixes with the milk. That shit is good.
Okay.
I don't like the flavored ones. Like they have like strawberry icing ones and shit. Those aren't good.
That don't sound that good.
But I'm telling you, if you hit like one of those fucking frosted mini wheats, that's just gonna fucking floor you. I'm
All
telling
right,
you.
hot take. I think the blueberry Count Chocula and then the whatever the one with marshmallows are all not that good.
Never had them.
never had them. Yeah.
Oh my! I've had
Any
all
of
three.
those.
I've had all
Yep.
three.
I've only had like the main cereals.
So Fruit Loops, Frosted Flakes, Cheerios.
Yeah, cinnamon toast crunch.
The Kellogg. You guys are Kellogg's kids, basically.
Yeah,
Okay.
I ate whatever was like there. I don't know.
I went from Kellogg's to General Mills to unGeneral Mills. I've had them all, and yeah, did not like those. Blueberry was especially just not. You should never have artificial blueberry cereal. That's just not a smart idea. Cocoa Puffs, not as good as Reese's Puffs. I'll say it. I'll die on that hill. Reese's Puffs kind of smack. Cocoa Puffs kind of suck ass. Even though the mascot for Cocoa Puffs is cool.
What are you comparing it to?
Reese's Puffs. Cocoa Puffs are not as good as Reese's Puffs. I'll say it.
Which ones are Cocoa Puffs?
Just the all chocolate
Just
ones.
all chocolate, and then Reese's Puffs are like
Have the peanut butter
the
chocolate.
mix.
Yeah.
I mean, Reese's are better.
That's just the correct opinion.
Yeah, because I mean, why would you want just the chocolate when you have chocolate and peanut butter?
Some people
Then
just
maybe I
like
don't like the
chocolate.
peanut butter taste.
Yeah, some people like or allergic or whatever.
Well, I mean, yeah, that's different. But I mean, like,
I'm just saying, even if you're allergic, you're missing out because you're getting the
how could you
inferior
not like the
cereal.
peanut butter taste? Like in general, like how do you
Sometimes
just?
I'm not in a peanut butter mood.
Which is fair. Peanut butter is a savory taste.
Now I'm on a peanut butter mood. I mean, like PB&J sandwiches for lunch.
Yeah.
Like I'm in a peanut butter kick.
Yeah.
But like sometimes I'm not eating peanut butter.
Peanut butter is like Minecraft. You kind of have like these weird seasonal
Exactly.
cravings.
You just want peanut butter.
Yeah.
And then there are times you don't want peanut butter.
Yeah,
So, I mean,
yeah.
When was the last time y'all had like a Minecraft kick?
A couple months ago, when
I
I
date
played
on my world, so I think New Year's was around that time I played.
couple months. It was in December when I played Cobblemon.
Okay.
That was more of a Pokemon kick than a Minecraft one.
Gotcha.
But,
That makes sense.
Yeah.
I played for like a day, like a week or two ago, and I died and I turned it off.
Yeah, that's how it goes.
Fuck this shit.
Yeah, anytime I play single player, the first time I die, I immediately just delete the
Man,
world.
just play hardcore.
Yeah, I mean at that point I might as well.
Yeah.
Really,
Minecraft's pretty fun.
it's not as fun as it used to be.
You're 22, or you're almost 22 years old.
You've
now.
just done everything there is to do.
Yeah, unless
So
you're
many
like you do
times.
mods, like it's just the same game.
That's why I played Cobblemon.
Yeah.
I mean, I can play the same game multiple times over and over. That doesn't really matter to me as much.
But with Minecraft, most of the game is just
the same shit.
Yeah.
hitting blocks.
And yeah, it's just building. Like unless you're like building mansions in creative mode, you're not really doing anything in Minecraft.
I do like that they're finally like updating the game more often now.
They got rid of the fucking stupid ass mob vote. That shit was so cringe.
I like the mob vote.
I didn't like it.
I didn't really have
Just
a
give me
problem
all the
with it.
things. Why are we?
Yeah, we shouldn't settle for less.
Yeah, give me all
Especially
the
from a company that already barely did anything.
Well, I mean, that was the thing though, is that they're not going to give you all three. You were never going to get all three to
They
begin
should've.
with. They just would have
That's the
chosen one
problem,
of the
though.
things.
Yeah.
I mean, that's not what the result of getting rid of the mob vote is, though. You're still just getting one thing. You're just not choosing what the one thing is.
No. Well, then it's worse.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. There's no reason to get rid of it, really. Because if you only have a certain amount of dev time that they want to allocate to it anyways, then, I mean, that's not really going to change anything.
Well, actually, if that's the trade-off, like, we get more mobs, we just can't choose them, that's fine. Because, like, yeah, there's no resources wasted on mobs that aren't going to be in the game.
Well,
Yeah.
they don't waste any resources for the mob vote, though. They don't have them in-game first. They just have, like, the animations of them.
It's still just less wasted time.
Yeah, they're just kind of giving.
Because
I
you're
mean-
still only getting one mob,
Just
and
give
you're
me
just
a-
not getting more mobs.
Give me a biome.
I mean, I like what they're doing recently.
What did they do recently?
They're adding, like, variations of mobs to the game.
Like with the dogs and stuff.
Yeah, but they have them for, like, cows and the pigs and stuff now, too.
Meanwhile, modders can add all 1,200 Pokemon.
Yeah. Like, they have, like, woolly cows and stuff in the game now. Like, things like that.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
That's cool.
They did that, and they added, like, leaves and stuff that, like, fall from the trees. And,
So
like,
it's no longer a mod
saw
thing.
that.
That's
yeah,
cool.
like, there's leaves that, like, pile up on the ground and stuff now.
Oh,
Trying to think what else there was.
they're just making it more and more like realistic, I guess. in a
Yeah, you can
sense.
find trees that were falling over, like, things like that. Like, nothing, like, super big, but, like, they just add, like, more frequent updates that are just smaller.
more
Pretty much.
bite-sized chunks. I'm cool with that. I mean, this game's been out for almost like 15 years at this point.
Yeah.
So
They had, like, the creaking and stuff, too. I don't know if you saw that or not.
creaking.
It's a new mob. So there's a new biome. It's called, like, I forget what it's called, but all of, like, the trees there are, like, white. And, like, when you go there, the music turns off. It's basically, like, dead silent. And there's a mob there. It's kind of like the Weeping Angel. Like, it only
Oh,
moves.
I see. Oh, that's not a mod?
No, it's vanilla. It's like a tree mob that walks towards you, but only if your back is turned on it.
Ooh, that's cool.
And, like, when you hit it, there's, like, particles that lead you towards where it's, like, core is, and if you break the core, it dies.
Okay, do you get anything for it? Do you know?
Blocks. I forget it. Like, that was the only thing, is it doesn't really drop anything useful.
Oh,
It's just, like, a place you stumble on.
An entity that you can find.
Yeah.
Cobblemon is so fucking cool because it literally changes Minecraft like entirely.
Yeah.
It's like a perfect combination between Pokemon and Minecraft because now when you kill certain Pokemon and you don't have to battle them, you can just pull out a sword and fucking whack them down.
Yeah.
Right? And they actually like have mob specific drops too. You
Oh,
get like
shit.
gas tiers and shit from like Yamask or like
Yeah, yeah.
Cofagrigus.
Oh, I see.
You get like certain blocks from him, like Netherwort and shit will drop from certain
Okay.
stuff.
So
If you
it's-
can kill the Pokemon, what is the point of, like, capturing them?
Using them.
You couldn't capture them. You ran out of
Also,
Master
if you kill
Balls.
them with your Pokemon, the Pokemon gets XP, and then you just. Also, there are gym leaders that will randomly approach you, like out in the wild, and just challenge you. Like fucking Brock will just pop up near your spawn and just walk around haunting you until you beat him.
The thought of, like, Brock in the Pokemon or the Minecraft art style is, like, terrifying to me.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna
he's
lie.
the first gym boss in the mod or gym battle, but there's no gyms. They just
Yeah.
pop up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He kicked my ass like 3 times. It was so fucking annoying. 'Cause
Does he like?
I'd like beat him. I'd want to get the fucking badge, and then he would just pull out some dumb like one hit shit. Yeah.
Could you
Because
kill him?
I was also at a server with like my girlfriend and Fahim and my friend Chris. We were playing on, and all of us got our fucking ass whooped by Brock.
Yeah,
We took over a village too. Like there
Yeah.
were villagers, and they could actually trade you like apricots and stuff, so you can actually make like more Pokeballs. You can buy mod specific stuff from the villagers. It adds more purpose to them too. And then like we basically took over the village, used like as like temporary base, and then Brock would just walk her up and down the village all day long. Just,
Or
piece of
farming.
shit.
Yeah.
There are also trainers that spawn. Trainers in the village, trainers in the wild you can battle. But
That's cool.
yeah.
I don't know. Like, it's always bothered me that mods add stuff like way quicker. I understand it's not the same thing, but like,
The Cobblemon's like pretty high quality too. Like
yeah. I don't know. I just wish like games like that got more attention. I don't even know like how big their dev size is. Like, it's got to be pretty big. It's fucking Minecraft.
yeah.
So I don't know.
Yeah, that's true. Well, I don't know. Y'all got anything else to add?
Shit, I don't think so.
Nah.
Nah.
All right, winding down.
What time is it?
I know, Darren. What time is it?
I don't know what time is it.
Are we ending it?
Yeah.
Celebrate's time?
Celery time.
It's Cell Raise time.
I don't know. There's a thing.
You didn't know about Cell Raise time?
I know it was a designated time.
The time where you can list one cell anywhere?
Yeah.
On any app available? I mean, or any platform available?
The friends of the show?
Check their episode out. We interviewed one of the co-founders. His
The
name is
goats?
Tyler Ma. Very cool guy. So Cell Raise. It's $10 a month or $30 a year if you want to save some money, right? You get access to Amazon, Mercari, eBay, all that. But you already knew about those websites. So like, what does Cell Raise bring to the table?
Exactly.
So if you're selling stuff, like stuff you got lying around the house, you got maybe a small business you have. It's be very beneficial to you.
Or just
You
shoes.
can, basically link all those accounts up to Cellraise. Just like they say, list once, sell anywhere. You don't have to make 5 different fucking posts on 5 different websites. Just make it one on Cellraise and it goes everywhere.
Yep.
Yeah.
Also tracks the inventory for running a small business. Very handy. If you're like reselling, all that, pretty handy tool to have.
Yeah.
So, check them out at Cellraise.
Goats.
SELLRAZE.
.com.
.com. Or the App Store.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Membership and everything now too.
I'm still doing Twitch shit. The name might change. I was talking with John, brainstorming some shit. I still don't know what I'm going to decide on yet, but right now, for the time being, it's still Kaizen_OW. I'm pretty decent at shooters, so come check it.
Then yeah, thank you for listening to the episode. We're here every Wednesday. We're gonna be here for the rest of the time. Yeah, I mean, thank you for listening. It's been great.
Next time.